mighty souls of mischief crew. I'm chilling with my man Festo, my man A+.
Welcome to Blacker Than Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Welcome to episode 6. On my left, your boy Blue.
What's up, motherfuckers?
On my far right, the one and only Kronos.
What's going on? Back from vacation. My shit's still broke, but it's all right.
We moved through technical motherfucking difficulties.
Yeah.
And on my immediate right, for the first time ever on Blacker Than Black Times Infinity, Cake Man.
What's up, peoples? Filling in for the oldest ninja alive, the Cake Man in the building.
He is on that CP time.
Damn.
And then coming to us remotely from the South, all the way from Louisiana, the one and only Stitch.
What's up? What's up? Which one of you bitches have Rihanna's money? Because it's not me.
There we go. Man, it feels like it's been fucking forever since we've gotten to do this recording and shit.
Yeah, it has. We tried to get in here, was it yesterday? No, Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday, that shit fucked up.
4th of July traffic, though, had Cronus fucked up. It took me 10 and a half hours. It normally takes me 7 or less.
Damn.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
You're on that 5, huh?
All the way from San Diego to
from
the
5.
Bay.
Yeah, it took fucking forever.
And we tried to break into your house and record last Wednesday, but, not the fuck's happening.
I got the neighborhood watch.
Black as fuck. So, before we even jump into shit, Cake Man, who are you and what are your geek credentials to put you on the motherfucking spot?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm more of a nerd than a geek, but I do play video
What's your
games.
profession? That makes you a nerd.
Exactly. I deal with numbers when I'm not playing video games or reading reading comic books. I'm basically baking cakes and basically making everybody's mouth water. So
This dude.
Mainly the females.
yeah.
Well, no, his Midori cake is just on fleek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
And I hate that word.
Most people have never even fucking heard of a Midori cake, but it's this delicious pistachio green cake, right?
Yeah,
Is that how you describe it?
It's a pistachio pudding cake with a Midori liqueur glaze on it. So that seems to be what everybody likes.
And it's good as fuck.
Yeah, it's so good he has to make 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Usually.
it goes pretty quick.
Because someone always steals the first one.
Yeah.
Well, that person is no longer.
Ooh.
Around.
She know what she
anymore.
did.
Yeah.
She know what she did.
Yeah.
Well, we should get right into it because this has been a busy fucking week. And I'm going to take an opportunity to segue from the fucking pudding on the goddamn cake into motherfucking Cosby. Holy shit. This motherfucker
right there.
This motherfucker. Let me tell you something. Fuck all them people talking about, oh, he couldn't have done this shit. Oh, he's innocent. Fuck them all. They was wrong, and they need to be called the fuck out. Court papers talking about how his ass would give the bitches quaaludes and shit. He knows what the fuck
He's
did.
not fucking Scarface. Can't be giving bitches quaaludes.
Exactly. Fuck this
That's how we
motherfucker.
got the pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was doing it with the rest of his cronies too. So
Yeah, paying them all.
Yeah.
That was the shit. I mean, it was a big reveal today. And it's still some people were like, oh, well, maybe innocent till proven guilty. No. Once you admit something in court,
No longer
your ass
allegedly.
is guilty as fuck.
It's no longer allegedly.
I see this as like a step forward for black people because he had so much fucking money. That he could pay off all those people. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what? There is some truth
Yeah,
to that.
a whole bunch of steps back, but there's a couple forward. You know, a couple forward.
That was good shit. And then, on food shit, Jared is a motherfucking pedophile.
Oh, yeah.
Jared
Holy
from
shit.
Subway.
Well,
that
hold on.
motherfucker.
Well,
He got kitty porn on his computer.
Okay, is it like proven?
Well-
I posted a link, but I didn't read the whole thing.
Well, I read the link, and it didn't really say if it was him that had the kitty porn or one of his associates for his estate.
yeah,
had
I
the
wanted
kitty
to
porn.
develop first.
Yeah.
the whole story.
They're raiding.
I
his
ain't got
house.
to wait for shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. When the FBI takes your fucking computer and kitty porn is attached to it, your ass is a pedophile. Fuck that motherfucker. He wanted to get them kids the foot long.
God damn.
That 5-year-old football.
That's all bad.
$5 foot long.
We got jokes today.
Extra skeet mail. Let's do it.
I love how the internet took the Cosby incident and just blew up on memes. Like the one you posted was hella funny.
Well, no, you heard what he did, right? He's a fucking either him or somebody from his staff. They were like making meme out of Cosby right after all that shit happened.
Yep.
That dumb motherfucker. He doesn't
Damn.
understand how the internet works. That's how old he is. He's a fucking dinosaur.
He is old as fuck, man. But yeah, they had a good one with what was it? The guy from The Matrix.
Morpheus.
Morpheus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, talking about with Cosby's face on it, talking about take the red pill or the blue pill. Doesn't fucking matter. You still get raped. You know what I mean?
I like the other one that said either we're fucking or I'm fucking.
Yeah.
We're laughing about it, but rape ain't fucking funny.
Yeah, rape ain't funny.
Rape is
Wait,
not
unless he goes to jail and he gets raped.
Oh,
Then it'll be funny.
See, but
By
you
large
know
inmate.
what? Pedophiles and rapists, they don't do so well
No, they
in
don't.
jail.
They do
You know what I
not.
mean?
There was
They
a.
get a broom
He's
handle.
going to be in solitary.
It doesn't matter how badass you are either. There was a black belt in jiu-jitsu that got busted for pedophilia, and he went to jail, and he got fucked up. He got raped by 20 dudes and like
Damn.
stabbed and shit.
Damn.
And so they have a picture of him where he's like, obviously his booty ain't doing too good. And he has underwear on and shit. But then they kicked him back in, like he healed up and they kicked him back in a gen pop. And the same day, same shit happened.
Damn.
They run a tray on his ass.
Every time he farts, goes.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. So, I mean, are we going to get into games right away? Because, I mean, it's been an exciting
Actually,
week for games.
Did we apologize first?
Ooh.
Because we actually missed a week, and I don't like missing shit.
You know what?
Yeah.
Start us off with that
So,
apology.
yeah,
then.
we're real sorry. All right, so next time this happens and Cronus goes on vacation, I will give somebody the fucking key to the house, so
yeah.
so they can record. But I thought there was gonna be enough time with my significant other being home, but there wasn't enough time, so that's why we missed it. And we tried to make up for it on Sunday, but just didn't work out. So sorry, folks, won't happen again.
Yeah, I will say this too, just to piggyback on that. You know, we try to get this out weekly for you. We know that you appreciate this podcast, and we love the fact that we're getting plenty of positive feedback online. And
Oh,
shit.
yes.
It's fucking awesome. But let me just put it out there. We're on YouTube and the Twitter. The Twitter handle, which we usually fucking forget to say, is B then B TI.
Yeah, for Blacker Than Black times infinity. Unless, in case you're
We're on
stupid.
Instagram, Facebook as well.
Yes.
And SoundCloud, pretty much everything is B then BTI, just because you can't fit Blacker Than Black times infinity.
Except for our Facebook. Our Facebook is actually BTBTI. We don't have the then in there.
Who fucked that up? Was it me?
Yeah, probably.
I think it was when we first put everything together. I think you can change it. It's still not too late to change it.
well,
I think it was that old ninja.
Let's blame old ninja. He ain't here.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
Goddamn
If
ninja.
you look at Blacker Than Black times infinity on Facebook, you'll find us.
Yeah, we're on iTunes, Player FM, Stitcher,
SoundCloud.
Stitch.
Yeah,
Stitcher.
all that shit.
Yeah.
And we love fucking feedback. So holla at us. We will read some angry or complimentary fucking tweets and messages out to us. So holla at us anytime you want.
You know, there was somebody that suggested that we post our podcast on another forum, or I guess Player FM app or whatever. But I looked into it; it costs money. I was like, fuck this shit.
Fuck that shit,
We're
man.
already paying money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That shit is free for all y'all. So,
But if any sponsors want to holla at us. All right, so.
oh wait,
Oh, go ahead.
we had a new country listen.
Oh
to us.
shit!
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Shout out
What's
to
up, my
Jamaica.
people?
Yeah,
Shout out to
reggae.
Usain Bolt
clock.
out there.
Ooh, boy.
Plop, plop, plop.
So now they're never
What
listening
the
again.
fuck does that mean?
I thought that
fucking
was
know.
the gunshot.
You
Is
just
that
said polka, polka, polka.
polka? Oh. Isn't that the reggae polka?
They're not old white people.
Games. Let's get into games,
Oh
motherfuckers.
man.
So, Blue, I know, finished up that Arkham
Yes.
Batman game. What
best,
the fuck?
Best fucking game ever.
You 100% in it, though.
100%. I got every little thing, every riddle, every bad guy. I answered every question. Fucking well.
Did you get the platinum?
Nah, to get the platinum because you got to play it on hard, and hard is hard.
So you didn't
And-
100% that shit.
Well, 100% the storyline. How about that?
Oh, okay.
What had happened it was...
Yeah, but so funny story is so I'm not. This isn't really a spoiler, but
Good, 'cause I'm still
once
playing
once you pass the game, you don't get a true ending. You have to get 100% to get the full ending.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
what I heard.
I had to go back and play, and I had to go back and solve all the riddles. But there was one riddle that fucking stumped me. I had one more fucking. I was at 242, and there was one more riddle I could fucking figure out where it was, like how to solve it. I was looking through my which ones I had already, and one of them that was blacked out, like I hovered over it and it had like a little riddle on there where I could read it. It's all like, this is something that Batman gets around. What vehicle is this? Or some shit like that. I had to take a picture of the Batmobile. I've been riding around the city for like a good fucking hour. All I had to do was get out the Batmobile, take a picture of the Batmobile to get the fucking get the riddle trophy. But yeah, the game is good. Fucking the storyline is perfectly done. The shit that happens with the Joker is awesome. The shit that happens with the Arkham Knight is awesome. It's like, goddamn.
Wait, but let me ask you this though, because I did get the game, but I'm only like 3% in, and I'll tell you why in a second. But is it better than the previous Batman games?
Yes.
Yes. Better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Much better.
And that's saying a lot because the other ones are really
those are all good games.
The only detractors were, I think we talked about before, was the Batmobile's controls are fucking all wonky.
Yes.
I agree with that.
They're really bad.
As soon as I started playing it, I was like, oh, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah, you
driving.
don't press square to fucking stop. The
Yeah,
fuck?
that.
And like the Batmobile is like his sidekick in his game. Like
Yeah.
a lot of
Yes.
stuff he does involves the Batmobile being there. And I wish there was, like, you could use the Batplane, but that you don't use that at all.
Okay,
I mean, it
but
just
you're
you
gliding,
pick up
though.
shit.
You're gliding.
Yeah, you're
and-
gliding and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But it's funny. There was another glitch in a game where Batman, like I don't know what happened, but I was looking at something and I like went to move away, but Batman kept looking at that item. So for the rest of the game, he would always look in this one direction. So like, yeah, he would like look at the light, and I'll like have him go this way and shit like that, but he'd still be looking this way. So if I want to go that way, he'll walk backwards.
You know what that means? The LSD kicked in.
But yeah, the gameplay is amazing. The story is great, and like, man, just the Joker. Even though the Joker is dead, like the shit that happens with him.
Oh yeah, it's fucking super dark.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
great. Like the opening scene isn't like the reason why this game got an R rating. Like there's so much more shit that happens.
Nice.
And just another it's not a spoiler. It's pretty fucking funny. But there's a scene where Batman's interrogating a guy, and he lays the guy's head on the ground and calls out the Batmobile, and the Batmobile like starts to run over his head. It's like, damn!
Wow.
Tell
I
him
didn't
that
even know
truth.
that. That's great.
Yeah, you got to get him. You don't have it yet?
Stitch?
No, well, I'll let him finish up, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Definitely a grown man game.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Okay, so both
Definitely.
Kronos and Cake Man are also enjoying this.
Definitely.
Any take? Well, Kronos gave some input last time, but Cake Man, what do you got on this?
my only issue was getting to learning how to drive the Batmobile. That was a little bit tough, but once you get the hang of it, it's all good. I like the tank mode.
Tank mode is dope.
Yeah, I still haven't completed the storyline, but I'm working on it. That's my game right now.
Let me ask you guys a question that since you guys have been playing it, you know what's weird for me playing it? I don't know if you guys have the same issue. Well, it's not really an issue, but I didn't really feel the need to upgrade anything.
Yeah.
The game was really weird. Like I was playing until I got to a certain part where I needed like the tank upgrades because I was getting kind of fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Like we had to fight like 50 of those fucking tanks. But other than that, I went into my upgrades and I had like 35 fucking
Damn, dude.
upgrade ones, and I was just like, I guess I should use these now. But you don't feel the need to really upgrade. I think they could have done something different to fix that because I like the feeling of getting to a point that you can't pass and then getting an item or an upgrade to go past that, and they kind of eliminated that from this, and it detracted a little bit from the game because it's the Metroid I guess formula, right? But they kind of removed that formula out of it, that portion of it out of it, and it was weird for me to not have to upgrade.
Wow, but you still feel badass.
You still feel badass, but it's like, why are the upgrades in here if you're already badass to begin with, and you don't really need... I'm not the greatest player. I mean, I'm pretty good, but there should be no way I should be progressing through the game really easily without upgrading at really You know what I mean? Because I ran through like a good portion of the game with no upgrade. Like I said, I had 35 fucking points sitting there.
Wow.
And I was just like, all right, I'll do it now, but didn't really feel the need to.
That's interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. But overall, the consensus is this is like a 9 out of 10 type of Batman game.
It's 11 out of 10.
Holy fuck.
It's the best Batman game, easily.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
the best superhero game. I
Yeah.
can't think of a better one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
But apparently, on the rumor mill is that the next game is actually going to be a Superman game. Have you seen the?
Yeah, but
They
we
got
talked
a long
about
way
it.
to go.
Yeah, we talked about this, though. I mean, the challenging shit is Superman
Flight.
is invincible and a god, basically. And it's like, well, unless there's no sunlight or kryptonite or he loses his powers, what the fuck, is the real purpose of the game.
And you're just playing a man.
Yeah.
There's no super in that.
But let me segue this shit. motherfucking Elder Scrolls Online.
I'm so surprised that you like that.
So here's the thing. Co-op reigns supreme with my ass. You know what I mean?
That's obvious.
And when there's co-op in it and I can at least talk to people and I'm in a motherfucking guild, shout out to Stitch for playing with me too. It's a good game. I don't understand everything, and I still got a fucking lot to learn about gems and repairing items and blacksmithing. But every time I play, I learn new shit, and there's always more people on there. And there's always... It's a true community. I mean, Stitch, what do you think so far?
It's the whole Elder Scrolls series is very in depth, and like I'm glad I was able to play with you. And I wish I had a chance to play with you during like when you had Skyrim, because a lot of it you need a tutorial. Like if you don't have like a sort of a strategy guide, you'll be lost and you'll just be wandering around just slashing people and not learning how to like do alchemy or craft your own weapons and shit like that. So like with this one, even though like I've never played any of the other Elder Scroll games besides Skyrim, this is sort of a refresher, and I feel kind of I'm rusty on a lot of stuff, but like playing with you makes me remember some of the shit that I'm supposed to do. I'm glad I can like kind of coach you through some of the stuff, like how to like create potions and make food stews and shit like that or whatever.
Hey Stitch, you had to have a direction to play with Sleem's Skyrim.
Do I have to have direct?
Rephrase that question.
that was a drunk ass.
What the fuck have you been drinking?
Oh, he hasn't been drinking.
Did you have fun playing with Sleem Skyrim?
What the fuck?
I didn't play with him on Skyrim
because he can't.
He got into Elder Scrolls. Well, Sleem Prodigy ended up playing Skyrim, but he didn't like it because.
No,
his whole strategy is he likes to run into shit and just shoot up shit, but you can't really do that with this one.
I was just messing with you, man.
Like I'm able to be there with him, so he can't just go running up and slash at shit because you can't really play the game like that.
I wish I had a noise for a train derailing right now. That just happened. I know what Daddy was trying to say. I'm sorry, Blue was trying to say was that you can't play multiplayer for Skyrim, right? So
I was trying to say the way his conversation was going sounds kind of dirty. He was like,
Skyrim, I got you.
I played with Sleem Skyrim and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I needed directions.
Sounded dirty as fuck.
I need that plane one. We'll go.
You're gonna laugh when you hear when you listen back to the podcast. It was pretty fucking funny.
This motherfucker.
We'll let the audience be the judge.
Seriously, on a serious note, the game is really fun. It's very in depth. I just got done playing with Witcher 3, which I kind of didn't like, and I can't even give it really a bad review on it because I just think it just wasn't for me. But with Skyrim, it sort of feels right. It's very user friendly. Where like the inventory menu in Witcher was so busy with micromanaging shit, you kind of lose out the fun on playing the game. But with Skyrim, it's like, all right, I need to do this, this, and this. I can create whatever I need to create. I can get back to the action and everything, and it makes it fun.
I like the way you worded that with The Witcher 3. That's what a lot of people miss when they play games. They'll call a game real shitty or a shit game, and when it's just really not for them. That's what you really need to say. That's what a lot of people need, because people like worked hard on those fucking games, and a lot of other people enjoy them because it's games that I played that I'm just fuck it, you know.
When a game isn't for you, it just isn't fucking for you. But I'll say this though: what Stitch and Kronos have actually taught me is. It really fucking depends on what your class is. And if you don't know what type of gamer you fucking are, you're going to have problems.
Yeah.
I know right now, I'm a goddamn tank in this motherfucker. I like to go in, dick out, shooting motherfuckers, throwing grenades, armor on, you know what I mean? And grab all the attention. And if I'm playing with a good healer, you know, it's all good. Like a Siren in Borderlands or a healer in Elder Scrolls or whatever the fuck. But that's my fucking personality. And so, if you don't know that about yourself, you might have a shitty time. For example, with Borderlands the prequel,
I was going to say that.
I played as, what was it, the Lawbringer, which was fucked up. I learned subsequently that motherfucking, what's that Captain America bitch? Athena.
Yeah.
Athena is the fucking tank in that game. Yeah. And she has a badass skill tree that's comparable whatever the fuck that word
Comparable?
is. Comparable to Salvador, the motherfucking Gunzerker, the motherfucker who says, B is for bullets, bitch.
Well, what you got to do, especially for Borderlands, is that you can read the skill trees before you play the game.
Yeah.
That's the important part with that. Cakeman, have you played Borderlands?
I played Borderlands 1 and 2. I haven't played the prequel yet. So
who did you use in 1 and 2?
Oh God, it's been so long, I can't remember.
With
I
either,
used the soldier in both of them.
Okay, that's what I did. The guy
And then-
with the drone. Yeah.
And then in the second
Or
one, I
turret,
think I
drone.
used the guy with the sword also.
Oh, fucking Zero sucks. I used
Zero
to-
looks so badass
He does.
that he fools a lot of people who aren't used to the game, and then they play with them, and a lot of people don't like the game because they played with Zero.
Yeah.
I ended up playing with Zero on Borderlands 2. I never played the first one, but I played with Zero just based on the intro. I was like, oh shit, this ninja dude can turn invisible. That'll come in
Exactly.
handy, and it really wasn't all it was cracked up to be.
No, it wasn't.
Did he even do
like
that move?
at all.
He does do that.
It's like a
move,
timer, right?
But it's just whack.
Yeah.
It's whack all the way around.
Yeah.
So yeah, Elder Scrolls. I recommend it. I'm going to give it a fucking so far, and I'm only level 10 along with Stitch. Maybe an 8.5 out of 10.
It's pretty good for you, especially because there's no guns.
Do you know if is there a cap on the level?
I believe there is maybe around 50 or 60, something like that. Don't fucking quote me, internet.
I think on
Wow.
Skyrim it was 50. I could be wrong, but I think maybe it was around 50-ish.
So you guys are still pretty much noobs then.
Yeah, we're definitely
Oh, yeah.
noobs. We
Okay.
just opened up the ability to do the guilds and, real player versus player bullshit.
Okay.
So, we're going to have continuing, ongoing reviews of the shit. But so far, so good, which is saying something because I hated Skyrim.
Yeah. And I want to say, if anyone wants to jump in and join with us, add us on PlayStation. My name is Kanye 510 West, and then Prodigy is Silk Dog. So if you want to jump in and join with us, feel free. We're trying to build a nice little guild, and we can all roll together and conquer shit.
Yeah, and if you want to play with me, it's KR0NUS and the number 1, and I'm way better than these guys. So
Holy shit.
Shots fired.
All right.
I think I got,
there's
I think
no
I got the
guns,
most
so-
platinums in the
Yeah.
hashtag I won't drag you down.
Magic throne.
Cake
Let me
Man,
have my moment in the sun.
there you go. Cake Man, aren't you... Now, you're on that Destiny, or what else are you playing? What the fuck?
No, I kind of laid down the Destiny so I could play Batman.
Okay. Good shit.
And Destiny's kind of frustrating me with all this DLC and just gouging me for more and more money
So that's something we wanted to bring up.
all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, give us your
So
point of view on that.
annoying. Well, I feel like I bought another new system, basically, instead of just a fucking game.
Oh, you didn't get the season pass?
No, I
Oh,
did
then
not.
you're like triple fucked then. Yeah. I got the season pass, so you save a lot of money on that. But yeah,
But even with the season pass, like I bought the game.
yeah. So well. Normally, I would disagree, but in this case, because the game to me was not finished.
No,
I
it
still
wasn't.
I still don't see fucking Mercury anywhere in the game, and that was in
Nope.
the first E3 fucking thing they had demo. And it just didn't seem as expansive as I thought it was. You're playing the same levels over and over again. Don't get me wrong, they're fun. The gameplay is great. It's got the Halo complex. Actually, it's worse than the Halo complex because in Halo, there were expansions, but they weren't like this, and it wasn't massively. Actually, Halo's fucking bigger than Destiny,
Yeah,
like way
exactly.
bigger.
Yep.
So how did they do that?
Yeah,
They fooled us all.
I have no idea. I don't know whose plan this was, but whoever made this plan, they need help.
But it's still fun. Like I feel like they're almost there. It's like they were fucking Icarus. Like they flew too close to the sun, and they just like Mercury. They were too close to the sun.
Yeah.
They just fucking melted and flew. You know, it's like what the fuck, guys.
Such a good reference.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's good shit. Let me switch fucking gears on this motherfucker. We didn't get a fucking answer on that gorilla versus goddamn silverback, but the interwebs
Oh yeah.
went back and forth on that shit. That was dank as fuck, I will say. And shout out to anybody who's team gorilla or team grizzly bear and who wants to hit us up on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, because that's still funny as fuck to me.
It is.
I'm all about good conversation and good back and forth. Like, I respect your opinion as long as you can like intelligently articulate whatever the fuck it is you're trying to say. I respect your opinion, so I'm good. Even if you're Team Gorilla, That's fine with me.
I'm actually on the fence. I just like gorillas.
There you go. Gorillas are known to fuck up a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Actually, okay, so here was the other thing that actually came up last week that I forgot to fucking mention because we didn't record on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Here we go. You guys ready for this bullshit? I think for bitches' asses, okay? You still with me? There needs to be a cup size and numbers for waist and hips so that we can all speak the same goddamn language when it comes to asses, because every time I talk about great asses, I'm not on the same page with motherfuckers.
So you know they actually have those sizes, right?
Cup sizes?
Not cup sizes, but I mean they have like you know
They
have hip waist size and hip size.
Yes, but not cup. I'm talking of cup with
You
waist
talking
and thigh.
ass
Oh, okay.
cleavage.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You're talking ass
So
cleavage.
it would be a number like 26 waist, D ass with a 12-inch thigh. I don't know what the fuck thigh measurements should be, but or the circumference of the thigh, so that you have a complete picture of what she's working with.
Well, I would agree if this was like a BBS or some shit. But we can look at pictures. A girl could just show me her ass and be like, all right, you got a nice ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Let's
I
just
mean,
keep
if
it
you're
a
describing
visual.
if you're describing an ass, how do you quantify?
Just do what I do. Just
Pictures.
use cakes as an example.
Yeah.
Cake.
Cake.
Like
That's a
nice,
seven layer.
Like a nice round ass is like a bunt cake.
A bunt
A,
cake?
a bunt cake.
He's laying down that bakery knowledge, y'all.
A flat ass is like a
Pancake.
Ooh.
You got your cupcakes. You got your 7-layer cakes. There's all different kind of cakes, and we love them all.
We
Well,
do love them all.
I don't love them all. There's some I don't like.
Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
inverted. I mean, that's
but
evil.
I don't like
Inverted.
I don't like the flat. Don't like the flat asses. I don't.
You don't like pancakes?
No, I don't. Because
No
I feel like
pancakes.
I feel like you could do some fucking squats. All right.
Ooh. Shots fired.
Build a little bump.
Call 'em out. Call 'em out.
It's one of those things with. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not the be all end all, but I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, tits. I mean, you're born with the, genetics. You can get them bigger, I guess. Yeah. But with an ass, though, that's something you can really physically do. Like do squats and like leg work, and you can make a nicer ass.
Yes, you can.
It's not that hard.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
But I still like the measure. I like to quantify bullshit, I like cup with waist and thigh. Internet, tell us what the fuck you think.
Yeah.
Because I'm serious about that.
We should make a Kickstarter for this.
What's everyone's personal preference on the whole cup? Well, as Prodigy says, cup ass thigh ratio.
Ooh. Okay.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
My whole thing is like your hips to your actual cheek. If that's like its own separate, I won't say area code, but its own separate
I got you. Yeah.
distance from it. You can see it from the side. I love it and everything. And so the whole hips, ass, and thigh. If that whole thing's going for you, I'm in love. We're
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. I like it when it comes out a little bit and it's like a bubble.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm doing hand motions,
something I
but you
can
can't see
grab
it.
onto. Something I know that's there.
Yeah.
A
yeah.
big ass booty.
Yeah.
Kind of like a nice peach or a pear.
Ooh, get them peas popping.
Popping
Hey,
peas.
you know what? This ain't gonna happen next week.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna-
we're going to get a different mic for that
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Old Ninja pissed me off.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't piss me off, but this mic's got to go. I'm gonna get a different mic.
But I will say this, though. The ones you can see from the front, I'm talking asses
Yeah.
still. Those are goddamn magical,
Yeah.
Because it's like, holy shit. She's
Unicorn.
walking.
You can see the booty coming.
Yeah, she's walking towards me, and I know she got ass. though.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
But-
impressive shit.
Can we talk about unicorns?
Ooh, what are unicorns, Chronos? The internet
Yes.
does not know what
Yeah.
unicorns
We
are. Tell us.
definitely can talk about unicorns.
Unicorns are Asian women with ass, and it's like it's
Yeah.
fucking rare. It's really
Yeah.
rare. But when you see this, like, god damn, you gotta appreciate it.
Do we have a sound effect for unicorns?
Well, not right now. If it was in my
Yeah,
hand,
we need
then
something
there's
like
a
some
delay.
like a rainbow or some
I need the
twinkly
glitter
star
shit.
type.
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
But I would have all these queued up if my computer was not, on fire.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. But
And
yeah.
ASU sent me a fucking.
So
hold
what
on,
so
hold
what
on.
about you, Blue?
Wait, hold
What's
on.
your,
Give me a second.
what's your-
Give me a
your
second.
preference?
Give me a second.
He's gonna
Rant
finish.
starting in
Let me finish my rant. All right.
Here we go.
Oh,
Fucking-
sorry, my bad.
Fucking ASUS pissed me off. All right, because they sent me a new. So first of all, I paid extra money to get my new motherboard overnighted to me. Their version of quote unquote overnight was 4 fucking days. Thank you, 4 fucking days. for my overnight. So of course I didn't get it until I got back from vacation, and they made it so you had to sign for it. So they almost sent it back. I had one day when I got back from vacation to get that fucking shit from FedEx, or they're gonna send it back. Then I get the motherfucker in, and it doesn't fucking work. Like literally, it won't boot nothing.
No sponsorship for these motherfuckers.
Yeah, so I swapped out every component you could think of. Fucking RAM. I bought a new goddamn power supply just in case, and it's just fucking dead. So I got to call up tomorrow. Arm my shit again. So
fuck that. Yeah. Fuck them motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, they're fucking with our podcast.
Back to asses.
Back to asses. But you were gonna say Blue? Did
Back
you get it on
unicorns?
No, let's see. I'm an ass man for one thing. I love a nice ass, but I don't know about the cup sizes.
You don't know, like
I know what you mean,
quantify.
but I just it's a nice ass. I can't think of a.
You're just objectifying women, you cis bastard.
Look, I'm supposed to. I'm genetically predisposed to like asses. I can't help but like motherfucking asses.
Only 3 sizes I can think of for an ass is like a flat ass, an onion booty, and a bubble butt. That's the only sizes I can think of.
What about the apple bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, apple bottom.
There's a couple more too. Actually, I saw a picture of like how them like the square ass and shit like that. And
I've seen
square asses before.
Is there such a thing as too much ass?
Yes. That was a
Yeah.
consensus the first time ever on Black and Black Times Infinity.
It eventually gets so big that it fucks up the waist to hip to ass ratio.
Because the numbers.
That's where, it fucks it up.
That's where the numbers, because anybody can say, oh, that's a great ass to me. But there's a little bit of subjectivity in that motherfucker. But when you add cup size, waist, and thigh, then we're on the same language.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're all talking the same talk.
It's like that brick house formula, like how the
36,
song goes.
24, 36.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's numbers you can understand.
Yeah. I'm with it.
But you know what's funny? So there was recently people have been talking about how the asses made a comeback and asses weren't a big deal back in the day and blah blah blah. I attribute this back to Sir Mix-a-Lot. he's the one who made it popular for white people, really.
Yeah.
But everybody else, they knew what the fuck was going on, and there's a reason for it. It's a physiological and evolutionary reason. It's the hip ratio. That's the big thing. It's the hips, because you want to mate with a woman that can have easy childbirth. So if they have wide hips, then it's going to be easier to birth a child.
Damn, this guy's got
narrow
scientific.
hips means that there could be possible complications.
Yep.
So there you go, science bitches.
There you go.
And I thought it was just
I wasn't
developed an
thinking
ass.
about that in my single days when I was trying to smash some fat apple bottom.
But I'll say this,
But
though.
I respect the science of it.
Yeah, but I'll say this, though, too. Don't let anybody fucking shame what the fuck you like either. That's bullshit. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Like, some women will want to say, oh, you into these women with big ass? Hell the fuck yeah, I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm fucking proud of the fact that I like big asses.
I got a funny story for you guys since we're on the
you got?
topic of ass. So I went on a bachelor party right up in Vegas, and it was probably like my 3rd time going to a strip club. And
Wait, a strip club?
strip
Okay.
club.
They was all
Third
tripping.
time going to a strip club? What?
Now, strip club and strip club. But yeah, so like I was like, man, I'm drunk, I'm having a good time, and like strippers will come up to me and I'll have them like turn around for me, like, let me see what you're working with, and they'll turn around and be like, nah, I don't want that, you don't got a big enough ass. But it got to a point where I guess in the stripper community, I was known for liking the girls with big butt. So I had this one girl down for me, and she came over to me and was like, I thought you only like girls with big butt. And I'm like, I started laughing because she was fine to tell me she was dancing like a motherfucker. But I started laughing. I was like, what? How did you hear that? She's like, everybody's been talking about it. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, strippers do talk.
But she
They
worked
do.
me, though. She was like, I ain't got no butt, but this is what you missing.
Like that tailbone, bitch.
She had something going on her, but the way she was working it was
That's good shit.
had a brother in
That's
love.
exactly why I end up killing those strippers in Grand Theft Auto.
They're fucking up. So hold on. You know what's fucked up about California? Is our strip clubs are fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Fucking garbage.
Garbage.
Speaking
Don't
of-
waste your money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go to the regular club and get a lap
Tell-
dance.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Because I haven't been to a strip club in California.
So
like, what's going on?
They
out
are
there?
not nearly thirsty enough when you walk in.
No.
They're just like, whatever,
They
motherfucker.
still got hopes and dreams.
They haven't broken.
Yeah.
But Kronos, tell us what
They have
the
met
fuck
Bill
you mean
Cosby.
about thirsty ass strippers.
Thirsty means she wants the dick.
Yeah.
She wants what's coming out your dick. That's why she's thirsty. All right. But when you go in a strip club here in California, they could be less impressed. It's like, I'm here to give you money. You should be very impressed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the weird thing is, like, what fuck? I'm not gonna name out the club, but there was a club in San Francisco that we went to for my fucking birthday, and it was bullshit. You had to pay to sit to look at the pole, like to sit at the row in front of the pole. You had to pay money to sit there.
What the
I'm
fuck?
like, what the fuck? Are you doing this all wrong? I was like, this is like the weirdest scene ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to strip clubs in other countries where bitches are so fucking thirsty they might as well be in the fucking Sahara Desert. I'm serious. Like they're on your dick, like literally from the moment you walk in. Like they had a disease and your dick was the fucking antidote. Right? That's how thirsty they were.
Dick had that penicillin.
Yeah,
They want to drink straight from the hose.
yeah.
Which is how it's supposed to
That's
be.
how it's supposed to be.
How it's supposed
Yeah, eating them booty like groceries.
And
Nice.
and plus the strip clubs out here too have there's like rules and stuff. Like if they're serving alcohol, then it's clothes only. Like I mean,
Well,
it's only titties.
titties.
Yeah.
Topless.
But no snatch or ass. There
Yeah.
has to be like a thong and shit, which is bullshit. Because that ain't how it is in other states. Per
Yeah.
se.
You need to go to Montreal. Montreal was the best strip club city I've ever been to in my life. Montreal.
Really?
Wow,
Nice.
good shit.
but how was that booties though?
Yeah.
The booty was good. I mean, they speak a little bit of English.
Oh, it's that French
Just
shit.
enough. Yeah, that little French stuff, and they let you touch or whatever. They're like, oh, you can't put your fingers inside me or whatever. Because I'm sitting there.
But can
I'm
I
sitting
put
there,
my
and
dick
at the time,
inside?
this is maybe around like 2002. And so I'm sitting there, just whatever, not touching or anything. She's like, "Oh, you don't want to touch?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to touch or whatever." So she's like, "Oh yeah, you can touch, you can play with my titties. You just can't put your fingers inside me." I was like, "What?" And
Road
then
trip.
It was, that was when the party started to happen.
That's fucking awesome.
My
That is
question
good
to you
shit.
is,
I hear
which
nothing-
finger are you talking about?
Yeah. I hear nothing bad
Was-
about Canada. And
Was
I'll
there-
call it Canada.
I have a question for
We
you.
have no Canadian listeners.
Was there any sex in the champagne room?
There's always sex in the goddamn champagne room.
How much money you got?
Yeah, that's good shit. But
So,
did you
Kronos,
throw
you've never been to Canada?
I have
I know
not.
Kronos has been all over the globe.
Yes.
You've never been to Canada, or you just haven't been to a strip club in.
I have not been to Canada, but it's on the list. I want to go to Vancouver and I want to go to Whistler because I'm going to do some snowboarding.
Good shit.
Okay, nice.
I will say this though: next time I go to Canada, which I haven't been to Montreal,
You pronounced that wrong. It's Canada.
Canada.
We have no Canadian listeners,
yeah,
so it's all
exactly.
right.
Fuck them. I'm throwing nut
Yeah.
slushies at them hoes. Nut slushies. Throwing them like fastballs at that ass. You know what I'm talking about. Skeet, skeet deep inside. Anyway,
Sugar balls.
holy shit. So, anime. Props out. I'm doing a fucking segue. I don't always give props, but Triage motherfucking X. Kronos told me about this bullshit. This anime is dank as fuck. So here's what it is. It's motorcycles. It's assassinations. It's titties and panty shots. That's what it is. Fan service for days and awesomeness. I'm loving everything about this goddamn anime.
When do I give bad recommendations?
What's the name of it again?
Triage X. And you have not given a bad recommendation to me yet. I'll give props where props are due. But holy shit, I was doubly impressed. Double D. Impressed with this motherfucking Triage X. That's the motherfucking shit. Go out and watch that on Crunchyroll.
All kinds of jiggly.
All kinds of jiggly deep inside. And weren't you saying, Blue, about Knights of Sidonia?
Yes, they season 2 just got released on Friday on Netflix.
I gotta
So
watch that. That's
I haven't had a
great.
chance to watch it yet, but the first season was really good, so I'm really looking forward to this season.
And Netflix original, which is awesome.
Yeah.
All at once.
Yeah.
Dude, Netflix is killing it with the whole TV programming.
Absolutely.
Well, so is
Yeah.
Wait, does Amazon have? What is Amazon?
Amazon has some original
They have
shit.
Transparent and then something else, which actually won 2 Golden Globes.
Yeah.
So
I haven't watched it, but it's supposed to be a good show.
yeah.
But I'll say this, though. On Netflix is really killing. I haven't seen the Sense8 show, but everybody who has loves it.
Yeah, that's definitely on the list to watch, but I only have so much fucking time.
There you go.
The one thing I don't like about the whole Netflix streaming videos, or movies or shows, is that like for our podcast, like we can't talk about a show because I might have watched the whole season in a weekend, but y'all guys probably only saw the first 2 episodes, so I have to sit there and wait, and then I forget what the hell I
Yeah,
saw.
you could be a lonely bastard and watch it all in one sitting.
Yep.
But, it's all right.
I like to binge.
Well, I'll say this, though. I think everybody up in this motherfucking podcast has finished Daredevil. Is that correct?
That is, I have.
Yes, I
That's
have.
correct.
Yes.
I have.
Now,
Good.
Daredevil was the goddamn truth.
Yeah.
It was.
I loved that. That knocked me off my socks. And I'm going to say this. Even though I don't watch Arrow or Flash consistently, I do watch Gotham and I do watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think this was the best comic book show on TV.
I agree.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio did a great job.
I've never watched Gotham, but I hear I hear mixed reviews about Gotham. Some people say it's great. Some people kind of about it. But I've not heard anyone say anything bad about Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil is like Vincent D'Onofrio. His character, even though he was a loud whisper guy, but he was still really good as a villain.
Yeah, as Kingpin.
Yeah, as Kingpin.
Correct.
Yeah, and they finally got it right. It was an overweight guy. It's supposed to be, white. Well, it doesn't matter if he's white or black, but it's supposed to be overweight, but still strong as fuck. Like, basically, you didn't know that he was strong as fuck. And they depicted that decently well. They didn't do it, excellent, but they did it pretty well.
He's coming back, and I think they're going to do more and more with that character.
And they just casted Elektra, today?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I saw
what's
that.
the name of the chick?
Fine, I think her name was, because damn, she was fine.
Yeah, she was fine as fuck.
Well, she was from another show. I'm trying to think of it, but I can't remember.
Something
We can
Koji?
use the interwebs to fact check us, because someone's screaming right now into their own headphones.
It's blah, blah, blah,
It's
blah.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But
Now she looks good. I was going to research to see what other movies she's been in, but I like the
Jennifer
look.
Garner.
She's got that sort of
I remember.
grimy look to her.
She was from G.I. Joe, the latest one. She was Jinx.
and her name is...
I don't know her name. That was from memory, man. Come on.
I only can remember one thing at a time.
But Daredevil was... I love that. I think that was a 10 out of goddamn 10.
I like how he finally got his suit. That was pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, really good.
At the end. Holy shit.
But man, he got
For about 11 episodes, he's running around in a do-rag just fucking...
That was a fucking do-rag. That's good shit.
He had to let his soul glow.
There you go.
But he got, like, a lot of times he got fucked up.
yeah.
Like, goddamn.
But they explained it, though, because of his background, because of, the accident as well, and his dad and whatnot, and his teacher, all helping him become more of a badass who can take a fucking beating, which is awesome.
It was so beautifully done.
Yeah.
And, god damn, I love, what's her name? Rosario Dawson. I mean, she's been fine for 20 goddamn years. Just hot as fucking hell.
You ever seen Kids?
Oh, yeah. That's where I first saw
Was she in that?
Yeah.
She pops it low.
Damn, look at the audio when we said
That shit.
audio spike.
That's how excited you got.
Damn.
There you go. Ski.
Did someone say her name yet or no?
No, Kronos was looking at
It's Elodie Young. I looked it up. It's Elodie Young.
Shit, right on the fly. Let me make one other recommendation to switch gears on you. Mr. Robot is the fucking truth. And I especially want to get Kronos' take and Blue's take on this because it deals with cyber fucking security. And I'm going to tell you this in terms of why I liked it. It reminded me way back. Remember in 1999 when you first saw The Matrix? Mm-hmm. That's what it fucking reminded me of. Not the bullshit second one or third one. When you saw the first
We're going to pretend those don't exist.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. But that's what it reminded me. Mr. Robot is the truth. He's a junkie. He's a hacker. And they dug up Christian Slater, who I thought was fucking dead. So let me know what y'all think of that.
I thought he was dead too.
Yeah, he's alive, I guess. Holy shit. You know what I mean? But Mr. Robot, I love the first two episodes. I'm giving it like a 8 or something, 8.5.
What is that coming on? Like, what
It's
channel?
on USA Network on Wednesday
okay.
nights, actually. And it impressed the fucking shit out of me.
Popping
Pop
bottles.
them bottles. Pop them.
What are you guys drinking on?
So I was drinking Old Rasputin, which is a fantastic stout, and right now I'm going to drink the Dark Truth Stout, which Prodigy brought over.
That truth.
And it's nice and strong. It's a 9.7% alcohol, and the other beer I was drinking is a 9% alcohol.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's strong in this bitch.
Only drink good beer, motherfuckers.
Yeah, if you're drinking Budweiser, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Or Bud Lime.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's like somebody vomiting in your mouth.
Holy shit. You don't have... I'm going to take away your balls or your man card if you drinking Bud Light Lime.
Yeah, it's like, why are you fucking around? It's like
Fuck
Are
that shit.
those
The beer-ritas?
those Budderitas or whatever? Get the fuck out of here.
disgusting.
And I know it's cultural, and we're going to get some hate tweets about this, but don't put fucking tomato juice with your goddamn beer. Fuck you,
Tomato.
motherfuckers.
Where is this happening at?
All over California.
We're going to piss off our Mexican brethren.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Fuck that. Pink beer is a fucking no-no.
They are called micheladas.
Oh, fuck that shit. That is nasty as fuck. Tomato juice?
Putting it in Coronas or some shit?
Any kind of lager, light lager.
Yeah,
Like
Ew.
so light.
You know what's interesting? I was listening to a podcast and they were on the subject of beer, and that they were saying that when it says light beer, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has less calories. It just means that it's light in color.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was like,
fucking-
that's some bullshit, and motherfuckers.
That is bullshit.
Well, is it some bullshit? I mean, they told
I mean,
you the truth.
It's light, motherfucker.
That is some bullshit. Fuck that.
I want
Damn.
a dark beer.
Yeah, I mean, dark beers. I love porters and stouts like none other. That's my shit.
Well,
right
but
there.
IPAs though, man, can't fuck with those IPAs. I mean,
Some of them are good as fuck. There's no
Yeah,
doubt about
yeah.
it. You know what I mean? But just in terms of preference, I like the darker ones.
yeah,
you know?
I do too. But it's just there's some IPAs that are it's an acquired taste. So for all y'all
Yeah.
out there that don't know what the fuck we're talking about, IPA is Indian Pale Ale, and
Yep.
it's bitter as fuck.
Yep.
And so if you got little fucking young taste buds, it's probably gonna taste like somebody punch you in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Some
But you
bitters.
need to be a man or woman and
Make 'em mad.
acquire that taste.
Make 'em
yeah,
mad.
Make 'em
exactly.
mad.
Put
Yeah, I
some
had
hair
a-
on your chest.
I had a
We'll
chick
put-
tell me that, oh, you don't know what kind of beer you drink if you ain't drinking no IPA. I was like, this shit is fucking gross.
Fuck.
It takes a while.
You know who we talking about?
Which chick are we talking about?
Give her a nickname.
Bitch.
Oh wow! Okay.
Oh,
I know exactly.
Cole about
That
it.
narrows it down.
I know exactly which bitch you talking about.
Here's another hint.
Oh, that bitch?
Oh, that bitch, yeah. But yeah, I will say this too in terms of beer. Yeah, the stouts and porters are fucking awesome. IPAs can be good. I will say every now and again I'll go for a sour and it'll fuck me up, you know. And I like some of
They're
them.
growing on me, but it's just it's weird because it's so fucking sour.
It
It's
is.
like, what
It's
the
it's
fuck?
an odd taste on your
Yeah.
mouth. You know what I mean? But here we go. I actually see right here on the goddamn counter Black Panther, and we haven't discussed comics for fucking
I
shit.
haven't, so
So let's start with Black Panther.
I haven't read it. So you can talk about it. Me not knowing about it.
Oh, holy shit!
I got it the other day.
I put you on cue. Well, then we're going to skip over Black
Well, no,
Panther.
I can talk about him a little bit from.
All right.
So hold on, we're talking about comics.
All right.
So one of the guys that writes East of West,
Jonathan Hickman?
yes, and I think there's a brother too, right?
Dragata?
No, because there's 3 guys or 4 guys that write it. Turn right there.
It's either Hickman,
East to
Dragata,
West.
or
East-
somebody else.
It's alphabetized right there.
Yeah.
East of West. Just pull it out.
He's pulling out
see
to
that?
the east and west right now.
Okay, sorry. So it's Hickman. All right.
Okay.
So he also wrote Marvel comics.
Yes.
So the new Avengers he also wrote, and he wrote a bunch of other ones too. The new Avengers is fucking fantastic. But yeah, the Black Panther, he's a fucking shit. I need to get into this comic, but I just got it like literally before I went on vacation, so I got to get into it. So
Good
next
shit.
up, well, actually no. Are we doing shit tomorrow?
Next week.
We're not going to record tomorrow.
Well, you guys can. Prodigy
he's
has
got
got
some beer.
Prodigy and Old Ninja will be in San Diego.
That's right.
I'll be around tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
by all means, go ahead.
So let's record tomorrow.
All right.
All right.
I like how we're planning shit on a live podcast.
Yeah. We'll record tomorrow.
So we're going to talk about Black Panther tomorrow. Like, where are we reading at? Because I wanted to get into some Black Panther, but I just didn't know where we're starting at with Black Panther.
So I just got it's a trade paperback, and if you go on Amazon, it's like one of the first ones that pop up. It's him on the cover, and then on the back, it's him versus old school Captain America.
That's good shit.
So.
Well, let me ask you this though, Stitch. I know you got on that East to West.
I did. I got on East to West. I picked it up. I guess it was 2 weeks ago. I got trade paperback Volume 1 and Volume 2, just so I could get my feet wet into it. It's very interesting. It's different than what I'm used to, which isn't a bad thing. It just takes a little bit for me to sort of adjust to the characters. I think from reading like Marvel and DC comics, where you can pick up a comic book and you know that character, and you already kind of have an idea of the backstory from it. Where when I'm picking up this, I don't know shit about any of these people. So I read it through the first time, and I was a little bit confused. And I started to read through it again, and stuff started to make a little bit more sense. I'm enjoying it. It's different, but I'm very intrigued by where everything's going with it.
Good. So tomorrow the hardcover comes out
Yes.
with all 5 volumes.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Yes.
I might actually
Okay.
buy that shit, even though I'm already caught up. But I want the fucking hardcover.
I might try to pick it up.
Yeah.
Dude, I can. Look
I'll try
tomorrow.
to pick up 3 and 4 tomorrow.
Good
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And this is all. I mean, those are Image comics, which we all tend to love. But I will say this: I started a few new Image comics too. So, what was it? Black Science.
So,
Have you read that, Kronos?
So I started it, but it's kind of weird because it hits the ground running, and it's just like I was kind of lost
Yeah.
in the beginning. I was just like, I need to pick it back up. I know because I heard it's really good, but just the way it started wasn't the best way to start.
Yeah.
So, wait, Cake Man, what are you reading for comics?
Right now, I'm not reading any comics.
You're not reading
I'm just
any?
playing video games. So if you guys have
hook
some
you up.
suggestions,
Yes.
Well, we just do two right in front of you right now.
Yeah, exactly.
so East of West and Black Panther.
Absolutely. I mean, what's going on with Secret
And
Wars and Marvel is recommended.
The
and
new
go ahead,
Avengers.
Blue.
Well, no, I was just saying, like, new Avengers. They always the guys always recommend. I haven't read anything new. I've just been on that Batman. So, and plus I got started a new job, so I've been focused on that.
Good
The
shit.
job.
I will say,
Making them papers.
You're working for a fruit company.
Yeah, I am.
for those that don't know, Blue is a hardcore Batman fan. Anything with Batman on it, he is all about that life when it comes to Gotham.
You know, it's funny. My mom brought me for my birthday, which was recently. Recent. She got me a Batman pajama onesie. And it's
Holy
fucking
shit.
comfortable as hell.
What's funny? So we're all not young. So that makes it funny.
And I'm tall.
Not as old as old Ninja though. That is the oldest motherfucker in the world.
Well, actually, I think technically Cakeman's
I'm
got
older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But mentally,
Yeah.
good shit. What was the other one I was gonna mention? Not in terms of in terms of comics. I think I mentioned it last week. Lazarus just didn't wow me. I still got to finish up Manifest Destiny, which is another Image one. Oh, but my buddy let me borrow Cowboy Ninja Viking. Have you guys read this?
The hell?
That sounds.
Okay, so let me explain Cowboy Ninja Viking really easily. He's an assassin.
Sounds like a mess.
Yeah, he's an assassin, and it's called a triplet, and he has split personalities, and one of his personalities
three.
is a cowboy, one of them is a ninja, and one of them is a goddamn Viking, which is a weird read because they all have distinct personalities.
Yeah.
So it's dank and funny in a dark comedy kind of way, but it's violent as fuck, and people get killed.
Sounds like someone with ADHD wrote that shit.
Yeah.
Mess up the name.
It really fucking is. The art is a little funky to me, but it's worth reading. And I thought that they were going to make some kind of TV series or potentially a movie out of it. I'm kind of on board. I like it. I just need to read more. That's my take on it so far. But it's interesting.
Yeah, I have I don't know if I showed my backlog of comics. I'm gonna bust them out. If you see the video, you can.
Yeah. See them on live radio. So
But you can hear this.
there you go. Oh, that's a big shot.
That's my backlog.
There you go. The one on the top. What's the one on the top? Is that
That's
Wicked and
the
Divine?
Wicked and the Vine, which is so far so good.
Really?
I think I have a bookmark in there too.
Yeah. That's why I bookmark shit because I have to. It's fucking long. It's the trade paperback, not an actual. I can read through a whole comic in one sitting, but not a trade sometimes. But I have the old school X-Men ¡92.
Oh, nice.
I have the Secret Wars, which is pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I got some Battle War shit to get through. This is mostly Secret War stuff. Fucking
good
versions.
shit.
Fucking bullshit.
I need to get on Secret Wars. I need to. I'll talk with you guys about that, off air, on where I need to jump in on Secret
Why would
Wars.
you need to do it off air?
Because that sounds like something I need to conversate with everyone.
We can talk about it right now.
About that.
Talk about it now.
I'll say this: there's no trade paperbacks, to my knowledge, out yet for Secret Wars because it just started.
No, however, I would tell you to start with the New Avengers. Start there, and then that segues into Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I still
Sounds good.
I still need to hit up some local shops. You got to support your local comic shop. I will say you may find some shit on Amazon and whatnot, but you can't get the recommendations that are personal without going to your local comic shop. So we're Treasure Island over in Fremont and over in San Leandro,
The
comic
comic shop.
shop.
Yeah.
Those are our spots. So we love.
I'll give a shout out. And Books too in Lafayette, Louisiana. They're my place.
It's called And Books. And Books.
It's called And Books 2.
Okay.
Nice. Good shit.
So is there a one?
No, but they got this really badass Captain America mural on the side of the building. It's an amazing Captain America mural on the side of the building. So they get love from me.
Yeah, so the comic shop that me and Prodigy go to, the comic shop in San Leandro, there's a guy there named Chris who works there, and he does. So they just moved about 2-3 months ago.
Yep.
And they used to have murals on the inside, and because they move, obviously they're fucking gone. So now he's doing new ones, and they're looking fantastic.
Yeah, they
so
do.
far.
They do. I love that place. I'll give them a shout out
I
anytime.
remember there used to be a comic book shop on Tennyson. The mural's still there.
Tennyson in Hayward, California.
Yeah, in Hayward. Yeah, there's a mural on the side with DC characters, but now there's like a tax building there or whatever. Have you ever noticed that next to the Safeway? Or not, 7-Eleven?
I do know where the fuck you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hold on. So me and Blue. I don't think about it. trying to fuck it up again.
Think about
We grew up. Well, not grew up. You didn't grow up in Newark, California, but I pretty much did. Do you remember the old comic shop that was there?
By the high school?
No. The one that was the fuck was it called? It was the one that was in Lido Market. This is like super local for people that listen from Newark.
Micro local,
They
only
know
Newark.
Yeah, Newark is small as fucking California. But anyway, there was a comic shop that was there, and there was when I was living there, they got robbed by somebody with a BB gun and a hammer.
Holy fuck!
And this is the
Wait, I remember that story.
Yeah, and this is the funny part. So, like years later, I started doing jiu-jitsu, and there's a guy that grew up in the same town as me. I'm not gonna say his name because he's gonna be on the podcast, but under a different name for obvious reasons when we get there. And he was actually a kid in the shop when they got fucking robbed.
Oh, what?
I think he got. I can't remember what he said. I think he got hit or something.
With
But
the
yeah,
BB?
I can't remember, dude. But he was there, and it kind of fucked him up for a minute. But yeah, thought that was pretty funny because like we actually had some of the same friends and shit, and it was kind of like it's a small world.
It is a small world.
Because he lived in Newark, but he went to like a religious school. So,
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good shit. Good shit.
Before we switch topics off comic, I want to talk with Blue about how excited were you to see Olivia Munn doing that shit with that sword?
Oh yeah,
what's
she
that?
was cast as
Psylocke.
Psylocke. Yeah, I thought it was pretty badass. But in the beginning, I was like, then she like started really doing stuff. I'm like, okay, she can do it. But I love me some Olivia Munn.
I love her. I'd drink that girl's bathwater.
I haven't heard that one in a while.
Here's a good one.
You were from the South.
I wouldn't kick her out of bed unless we were gonna fuck.
You know, I saw the first Magic Mike just because of that, because she was in it.
Hold on.
What
Wait.
the fuck?
That had a whole lot of dudes and like one.
Repeat that one more time.
I watched Magic Mike because Olivia Munn shows her titties in it.
Why wouldn't you just watch that goddamn scene, like on
It's kind of suspect.
YouTube or some shit?
Because I wanted to see if she was showed again.
Wow. Okay. All right.
The internet could have saved you time.
Yeah. The interwebs edit shit for you, but
Go to
all right.
MrSkin.com.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Skin. You know what? I will say, what was it? Early 2000s or whatever? When I first heard about Mr. Skin, I was like, God damn, this is that creepy motherfucker that used to work in not the Blockbuster or Hollywood video, but the local Ma and Pa video store.
And the reason why it's mom and pop is because they sold pornography.
Yeah, they sold porn.
Yeah.
In that back room with the beads.
He'd be in the back room behind the beads, jerking the fuck off and knowing where every fucking titty was in every goddamn rated R movies. That was
So if you could smash one chick, if it was Harley Quinn or Shylock, who would it be?
Psylocke.
After what?
Shylock.
Yeah.
Wait.
I was-
So Chrono says Psylocke.
I say
fuck that up.
I say Shylock.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Stitch on Psylocke. Cake Man?
Psylocke.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Harley Quinn after watching damn it, that one
Suicide
movie.
Squad.
Yeah, Suicide
So,
Squad when her and what's her hook up.
We're gonna comment on that.
Okay, I'm gonna say Harley Quinn because crazy pussy is good fucking pussy.
I knew you were going there with that.
You know it.
Yeah. I was thinking that too, actually. This actually brings us to another point. I hate all these fucking spoilers now in these movies. Like they're making a movie. I don't want to see all the characters. I want it to be kind of a surprise. I don't need to see all the behind the scenes and all that shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, I've been sticking away from or keeping my turning my head whenever I see shit like that.
And the
I
worst-
have no clue what's going on.
The worst one, which we mentioned briefly last week, was that fucking Ghostbusters. God
Yeah.
damn it!
Oh,
that
yeah,
looked
we
like a
never-
piece of shit.
We never got into it. We were supposed to talk about it.
Okay, I mean, all I'll say is this: I will admit I haven't seen every Melissa McCarthy movie, but I'm not a big fan, and she ain't no goddamn Ghostbuster. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Fuck this girl. You know what I mean? Like, she ain't no Bill Murray. You know what I mean? Bill Murray was a comic fucking genius when it came to movies in the late 70s and 80s and shit. He's funny as fuck. Melissa McGoddamn McCarthy is going to replace Bill Murray? Fuck that shit.
I like how
I'm
you're
not-
just saying
Yeah.
that, but she's not replacing just Bill Murray. You don't know if that's her character.
Well, she's in it, and it's an all female cast, but she's supposed to be the funny one. I mean, that's always her role.
but
Yeah.
all four of them are funny.
They're all comedians.
I was about to ask, because one of
Someone's
them's a
gotta be
straight
serious.
man. Like Murray was a straight man, in it, and then is that what they're doing? They're making each girl
We don't know.
can't like be parallel with each one of the guys that was in the original.
We don't know yet.
So Bill Murray, he was a kooky, like he was kind of like the schemer that was actually a skeptic.
Yes.
And so I don't see Melissa McCarthy filling that role. I see one of the other characters filling that role.
Who are the others? Just to make sure I'm on the same page.
Why'd you ask that now?
You got that. You got the one skinny girl from Knocked Up.
Knocked up. Heigl?
Something like that.
Katherine Heigl?
No, not her. God damn it.
The other bro.
We need to have I need Google glasses.
Yeah, we can go IMDb.
So it will be you're thinking Kristen Wiig. So it's Melissa McCarthy, Leslie Jones.
Who the fuck is that?
Leslie Jones? She was from SNL, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Black chick.
She was in Bridesmaid.
Ghostbuster?
Yeah, there was a black
Yeah,
guy in the
Winston.
original Ghost.
Okay,
What the fuck is wrong
show
with
me.
you?
Well, I don't
Wait,
know.
who's
Show me the picture of this. I thought it was all four white
No,
women.
Kate McKinnon, who I don't really know, and then Kristen Wiig, who I do know.
Okay, all right.
Well, my thing with the whole movie is that the original Ghostbuster movies weren't too much of a comedy. It was more sci-fi, and I feel like they're trying to be more comedy with this, with having all these girls in this movie.
Well, the first one was comedy, right?
But it was more sci-fi, I feel.
And now Kronos has a picture of the girls up on the screen. One of them is from Bridesmaids. She played the lead. Actually, Melissa
two of them.
McCarthy was in Bridesmaids as well. I don't recognize what was the black woman's name. What was her name? Whatever the fuck he just said that I wasn't listening to.
Jesus.
She looks like Missy Elliott on fucking crack.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
Leslie Jones.
She looks like not to be racist, but she looks like buckwheat.
Oh, you are
that
racist.
was a bad picture.
Yeah.
So
there's no good pictures though.
Kate McKinnon is the Kate McKinnon is the one who we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
So.
Listen, I mean, best of luck to them. If you want to pay your hard-earned money to see it, go right the fuck ahead. But that looks like a steaming pile of shit.
Well, but they have time. I mean, we've seen one screenshot, but it looked awful. But I can't. One screenshot isn't.
Are
the
you
movie.
betting that it's going to be worth seeing?
I ain't betting shit.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm not seeing that shit.
I ain't betting
wish
my
that'd be
hard-earned
on
money.
when it comes out on Redbox.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On Tuesday when it's free.
It looks like a goddamn rental. I'm sorry, but I will say this though. Later on this goddamn month, speaking of goddamn movies, Ant-Man is coming out, and I tell you what, I have never been a huge fan of the character per se, but I'm excited about this fucking movie. Cake Man, you got any take? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm excited to see this movie.
Go ahead, Stitch.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, just the way it looks in the previews, the way they explain how he gets strength when he's smaller, and I hope they show some scenes where he actually grows bigger, like in the comic book. But it's a movie I'm going to see in the theater, definitely.
Good shit. Actually, we could all go. Go ahead, Stitch.
I said I'll end up seeing it, of course. I just think that maybe Marvel made their first mistake out of this whole sort of Infinity line by introducing him after the fact of Ultron, because obviously in the comic books he's the one that gives birth to Ultron. So I'm sort of confused, but I'll see where it goes in terms of having Ant-Man come after the whole Ultron birth.
Okay.
They definitely took a departure from the Ultimate series of the comic book.
Right.
Definitely. Well, because Hank Pym is the original Ant-Man that makes Ultron, and this ain't Hank Pym.
Well, the old guy's in there. Hank Pym is in the movie.
Is that the character of what's his name? The old man,
Douglas or some shit.
Yeah, Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Is he Hank Pym?
I believe so.
Okay.
Don't quote me until I look it up.
Okay. But it looks fun. I'll say that. I mean, I will see it. I'll put it to you like this. I will see it probably opening weekend.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mean to sort of jump ahead of what you're probably going to see, because I know you and the Art of the Con is going down to San Diego Comic-Con this week. I've sort of seen a leaked trailer of the Civil War movie and everything. Now, has anyone else read the Civil War comic line? Is everyone all caught up to date on that?
I have.
Affirmative, yes, over here.
Okay, so because I know Kronos was aggravated as most comic book fans were about how Age of Ultron really wasn't Age of Ultron. So it's like, I know that Spider-Man is just a cameo in this whole Civil War thing.
Oh, that's bullshit.
In the movie, which in the comics, he was a head figure piece of the Civil War. So like, I'm curious to get your guys' take before you see it and on how you guys feel about that. If maybe leaving Spider-Man as just being sort of a side character, do you trust Marvel with that, or you sort of got like a bad taste in your mouth about it?
Sure, couple of points. One, Michael Douglas is Hank Pym
Good
in the
shit.
movie. So, the MCU, which is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I wish they would just rename their movies. It'd be because they make great movies, but they're just not based on comics.
Yeah,
And that's the problem that I have.
Right.
That a lot of like super nerds have, is that they're not, the names don't go back to the comics at all. Civil War is gonna be the same way. If they're only gonna have a cameo of Spider-Man, it's gonna be stupid. Well, it's not gonna be stupid. It's just not gonna be truthful to the actual comic. And I don't know. I get it that they don't want to rehash comics, but at the same time, don't lend your name to a comic book that has a whole story to it if you're not going to tell that story.
Can I piggyback on that really quickly, Kronos? Not only will Spider-Man only be making a cameo, but goddamn Wolverine and Fantastic Four, who are pivotal as well, won't be in it because of licensing.
Yeah, they really need to unfuck that whole situation.
Speaking of
Somebody
Fantastic
needs some
Four,
money.
what do you guys think of that movie?
Ooh.
Well, before I jump off on the Fantastic Four, I just want to say, like, with the whole Wolverine aspect, the Wolverine Fantastic Four thing with Civil War, I can sort of bypass that. But for me, reading Civil War, like that whole Spider-Man moment, and I don't want to say anything for people that haven't read actual Civil War, that whole moment where he's standing up in front of whatever, the DC Washington Monument or whatever, that was like the mic drop moment of that whole storyline for me. Like, I was like, oh shit. And like, you can't have that now in the movie.
Well, it was the same thing in Age of Ultron, where they just didn't have the characters. They didn't have Wolverine.
Right.
They didn't have Kitty Pryde. They didn't have Sue Storm.
Yep.
They were just. It was totally a made up fucking story.
Yep.
So, I mean, they're all made up. They're comics, right?
You mean this didn't actually fucking happen?
It's like the Bible. I'm just kidding, y'all. Don't fucking.
I was
hate
shooting
me.
all kind of robots, making sure they weren't coming back.
Cake Man, you wanted to get in here though?
No, I just asked how you guys felt about the new Fantastic Four reboot. I don't know what to call it.
So, can I start off on this one? The
No.
first two movies were shitty as fuck. And
Agreed.
But they had Jessica Alba.
They had Jessica Alba,
She was
who
hot.
nobody had a problem with it
I had a
being
problem with
Latina, who's fine as fuck. I'll give her props, but being Latina and being part of the family, and I'm saying that specifically because the
of black guy,
controversy
yeah.
is about Johnny Flame being black. Johnny Flame, Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm.
Motherfucker.
What,
I'm mean mugging this dude right now.
I know Kronos is mean mugging me.
Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm. I've been drinking. You
Is
know
a
what I mean?
nigger.
Yeah, but yeah, he's black as fuck, and it's not a family, but it wasn't even in the earlier movies. And you fucked up Silver Surfer.
Well,
too.
they still said. But they still said that they were brother and sister,
yeah, true. But,
even though one was a Latino with blonde hair. But
Yeah.
whatever.
And blue
eyes.
contacts.
Yeah.
but we all can universally say those movies suck fucking ass.
Yes.
Everybody hated them. They were bullshit. I'm hoping that these improve that franchise because it's an important franchise with Marvel. Really, when you break Marvel down, it's three groups: the Avengers, Fantastic Four, and the X-Men. That's what Marvel is from a superhero standpoint.
Well, for like
Not in that
most of
order,
the
not in that
population.
order.
Not in that order, but that's the vast majority of the three super groups with Marvel. From a comic book history standpoint. And if you don't believe me, shout out to us on Twitter and respond or whatever. But I think that those are the big.
Are you
three.
just talking about like Marvel movies, or are you just talking about Marvel Universe?
I'm talking about Marvel Universe from a group superhero standpoint. I think it really boils down to those big three,
Okay,
and
well-
everybody else that's little bitches.
If you're saying groups, yeah, but if you're saying in terms of successful movies, what about Blade?
Oh, Blade! Oh, that's such a
People
good
always
point.
forget about Blade.
That's such a
Yeah.
good point, Cake Man.
That TV show too was
It was a shit.
great.
Sticky
Blade
Fingers
was
did a good ass job. I was like, he used to be a fucking rapper, and he's
yeah.
kicking ass. It was great.
Blade was
Blade
my
was
shit.
great. The other thing is, Guardians of the Galaxy knocked
Well,
it
I'm
out of the
saying,
park.
I'm saying Blade 1.
Yeah, Blade
Not,
One.
not Blade 3.
What do
Blade
you know why Blade 3 was so bad?
Did it have to do with Wesley Snipes?
Wesley Snipes was high as fuck. That's why he had hardly any fucking speaking in that whole movie because he was so high.
Wow.
If you go back and watch it, you can tell it was high as fuck.
It's high as fuck. Behind them shades.
This ain't blood I'm on.
Yeah, that's good shit. But
Cocaine.
Cocaine. But yeah, I mean that I'm hopeful Fantastic Four exceeds expectations. But wow, because of those first two movies, I don't think it's going to be great.
Well, you know what's funny that I heard is that Marvel's going to kill off the Fantastic Four, and I kind of already see it coming in Secret Wars. But that's what they're supposed to do, just so they can get the rights back.
I would like that.
They're like, fine, you want to keep them? We ain't got to write no more stories.
Let me ask you this, though, because I thought you mentioned it previously. No spoilers, but Doom is a big villain and a big player in Secret Wars. Is that correct?
Doom is God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm not giving too much away with that, but he is basically God.
All right. That's big. Because when I think of Fantastic Four villains, he's the first one I think of.
Yeah. And you know the fucked up part was that so if you just pick up Secret Wars, start with the first ones, and you start reading it, you're like, how the fuck did Doom get so dope? But if you go back and read the New Avengers, then you kind of understand because it kind of gives you hints to how he probably got all this power.
Good shit. Okay. All right. Well,
Doom's always been sort of the ultimate villain in the Marvel universe.
Ooh.
Obviously, as a Magneto fan, I love Magneto, but Doom sort of seems to be a lot smarter than Magneto in a lot of the books that I read. Magneto's always driven by rage, where Doom is more calculating, and he's always seems to be more successful in the shit that he pulls off.
Well, he's more conniving, right? So Doom will see somebody. This is what typically happens: is that Doom will see somebody that's more powerful, and he'll try to figure out how to be more powerful than them, or he'll scheme a way out of it, right? To like kind of get around the fact that they're more powerful, and that's pretty much what he does in Secret Wars. But for the record, Magneto would fuck Doom up, so he just crush him, right?
Of course, Magneto would fuck up a lot of people, especially Hulk. But
no! He shot fire on this motherfucker. Holy shit!
Wolverine killed Hulk. So.
Oh, man.
And wait a minute! Iron Man fucked up Hulk in that last movie we
you know
saw.
What? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna break my goddamn microphone on this shit. Let me tell you something. One thing is certain in this motherfucker: Hulk is the goddamn strongest there is. There's no doubt about that. And sometimes Marvel fucking plays him for a sucker, but fuck them motherfuckers.
That first Hulk movie sucked ass.
Oh yeah, dude. Ang Lee, what the fuck happened with that movie? He did Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and then that fucking awful turd.
It was awful.
It's like you never read a comic before.
Yeah.
Like the only thing they did cool in that movie was having the cells, where it was like the different cells. And
Oh, like it was a comic book.
Yeah, but other than that, it's like he got mad twice. It's like it's the Hulk. He should be mad the whole fucking time.
Yeah, it was awful.
The second one was good. It wasn't great, but it was better than the first.
It was better
one.
than first, but
I'm waiting on seeing the Mark Ruffalo movie.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Well, are they going to make one? I heard that they weren't.
Yeah, he's signed off like I think two, at least two.
Cool.
That would be awesome, and I hope he's in Civil War, even though in the comic he wasn't.
But, so he shouldn't be there.
I thought I read something where he's supposed to be in it. I don't know how legit it was, but I might have seen something where they said they were including him in.
No, they need to do Planet Hulk, and then that would explain why he's not fucking there. Boom, done.
Yeah,
but I'm all on board for both. You know, because give me more Hulk. But I'll say this too:
Planet Hulk would be great.
Planet Hulk would be fucking awesome. But I'll say this though: when it comes to villains, going back to what Stitch was saying, Magneto, I respect the shit out of Magneto, and I have more respect for him based on some of the Marvel movies and Marvel X-Men movies, and the X-Men comic. I mean, he's done amazing things in those, but he always gets fooled at the end. They play him, you know.
I can't call personally, growing up, he's the villain. Like you play the X-Men co-op game and everything, coin-op game, he's the villain. Everywhere you see, he's the villain. But once you read and understand his character and his mythology, it's like you relate to him really, really well. Like even with X-Men First Class, it's like, yeah, he's might be doing stuff that you might not agree with, but you understand where the fuck he's coming from based on where he's been going through Holocaust type shit, and he just doesn't trust humans, which you can't blame him for. So
yeah, he borders on anti-hero status.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Would you put him in the classification of lawful evil?
Yes.
Ooh, I like that. I like that term.
Would he be
Lawful
the
evil.
Would he be the Malcolm X of the mutant world? Because he's
yeah.
like fighting for
Actually,
mutant
yeah,
right.
yeah,
just
yeah.
he's doing it with his powers.
That's exactly
Well,
what
they
Stan
already
Lee
admitted.
said.
That's what they based them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you guys hear this about? Marvel was trying to get Beyonce to play a character.
Who, Storm?
Oh, fuck
I
Beyonce.
don't know what character, but
I'm good.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Obviously, look-wise, she's beautiful and whatnot, but she can't really act
that's
per
And,
se.
and
Well,
she
wait.
married a monster.
What's a Marvel?
We talking about Jigga?
He's a cool ass guy, but I mean, as far as looks goes, obviously one's the fucking Reacher.
Oh, yeah,
one is
yeah.
the Reacher.
Oh, yeah.
One is a settler. It's very obvious that Jay-Z has reached and
Yeah.
she has settled.
Yeah.
She has settled with all that money.
Yeah.
So
He is
as
Quasimodo.
I like to call it, he outkicked his coverage for those sports fans out there. He outkicked his
yeah,
coverage.
but Jay-Z's cool as fuck. He
Yeah.
just ain't the best looking dude.
Yeah.
I ain't gay or nothing, but I mean, it's
That was like-
Beyonce.
that's like when JD was that
Jermaine
Jermaine
Dupri.
Dupri was dating Janet Jackson.
Yes,
I was
I
like,
got a shot. If he could date her, I got a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
He was still shopping at some fucking children's stores. He's so small.
Yeah, Seal was dating models, and his face looks
Yeah,
like
what
he
the fuck?
fucking never
Those
washed
were
in his
tribal
life.
scars.
Okay, so those were intentional tribal scars
Yes.
from childhood.
Yes.
oh, they were
Okay,
okay.
yeah.
I thought you
Oh
just-
wow, really?
Yeah, you feel like an asshole now, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's African.
Yeah.
So.
Damn.
Sorry, Seal, but you ugly as fuck.
But that song "Kiss from a Rose" was dope.
Oh,
the movie
yeah.
was fucking garbage.
Yeah.
But that song was dope. And if you didn't know, what was that movie? It was one of the terrible Batman. I think it was
Batman.
Forever or something like
The
that.
nipple Batman, right?
Yeah.
Batman
Yeah.
Robin. Yeah, that's Batman
Fucking
Forever. Yeah.
The nipple Batman.
But that song was great. Actually, the whole soundtrack was fucking great.
Oh yeah, because they
Yeah.
had other tracks on there. They had a Method Man song about the Riddler, which I fucking loved.
Oh, I had that CD.
That shit was hot.
Remember that?
That shit was hot as fuck.
Man, them fucking acting though was
Oh,
horrible.
it's bad. But you know what's a trip to me? A mind fuck. So now in California, they probably have this throughout the goddamn country. They have 80s and 90s hip hop as classic oldies. But
yeah.
you know what they fucking do to fuck with us? They call them throwback stations.
Yeah, throwback. Like
But
you're not old.
it's oldies.
But you threw your back out. That's why you're listening to it.
Exactly. But remember in the 90s when for the most part I was like in high school, or I think most of us were about in high school and shit, you would hear songs from the 70s.
Oh yeah,
You know?
but those are old school.
And those were old school,
Yeah.
but we're as far away from them as they are.
Yeah, that was 2 decades ago.
So
Yeah.
you're just fucking dating us.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
but old ninja's the oldest nigga in the world.
Yeah, it was it almost like parallel. It almost reminds me of like when like we were growing up and like our parents would just be down for some Marvin Gaye type shit.
Yep.
And we're just like, what's the big deal? And then it's like for us when we hear like some Tupac or some Biggie, we're like, yeah, here we go.
Yep.
So it's that's sort of like what it seems like to me.
Well, but you know what's funny though is that because my parents, all our parents, pretty much listen to probably the same music, is that now I appreciate that music later on in life. Like
Yeah.
I love listening to some George Clinton, fucking Marvin Gaye, old school shit. You know, it's just fucking great. And then I love passing it down to my daughter,
Yeah.
having her listen to old music too. It's good shit.
That's good.
You know what's funny? I was listening to a song. I was like, damn, these lyrics in this song. But then I was thinking of that song that goes, "Pop that pussy, yeah, pop that pussy."
Pop
Man.
that pussy.
It's all about Pop That Coochie with the Zydeco band.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
I will say this, Stitch, if you can find a recording of that, we need to have that as our goddamn theme music or intro from now on.
I can use some dirty South Louisiana music. Jamie Bergeron and the Cajun Kickers.
I'm down, but as long as they're doing 2 Live Crew songs, which, segue here, from a movie standpoint, I'm looking forward to the NWA movie. That looks actually interesting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, we
I didn't-
have to have a set podcast on that movie. Like
Yes.
I'm anxious to see that movie.
the guy that plays Ice Cube is actually Ice Cube's son.
Yeah.
I didn't know
It's
that.
his son, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
O'Shea
Wow, they
Jackson.
actually casted a movie right.
Yeah, right.
That's good shit.
Yeah, I was listening to Ice Cube was talking about it. He said it was always weird because he'll come around the corner. He wasn't sure if he was going to like see a younger version of himself. So he's
That's
always
good
tripped
shit.
out about that.
But do they have Jerry curls like throughout? Because
Yes.
they must
Yes.
have Jerry curls.
Yes.
That's good shit. Yeah, that's
Wait, hold on. So Stitch, when we were in Louisiana. Was it Bo Jaku? Who did we
What-
see
what was the name
in
of
that
the
fucking
guy?
bar?
What was that?
I can't pronounce his
What was
last
the
name.
name of who?
the guy at the that bar that was playing Pop That Coochie.
Oh, it's Jamie Bergeron.
Jamie Damn, you kick that shit out. All right, hold on, I'll find it.
All right, so Kronos is looking for that.
Jamie Bergeron, that's his name. Is Jamie Bergeron and like the Cajun Kickers or something. Like supposedly he's like crazy big down here. And like when we walked in, and just to tell everyone, like I brought all my friends down from California, New York, New Jersey, Florida, whatever, to Louisiana. Got married Memorial Day weekend. And after the wedding, after the reception, we're just like, nah, we're not going home. Let's go party somewhere. So we go to this place called I think it was called like the Cove or something, which was right next to the hotel that everyone from out of town was at. And we walk in, and it's just like this Cajun bon ton type bar.
Good shit.
We just all walk in. I'm in my tux. My wife's in her wedding dress, and we just like totally had a fucking blast. And so they're doing all this whole Zydeco type stuff on the main stage. They bring us up there, and he's just playing like Pop That Coochie. He's giving us like Cajun seasonings and all kinds of. It was a blast.
Well,
it was
I'll
an
just say,
blast for anyone that's never been like to the South. And I'm not a big South type person, but you gotta go just to go to say you've been there. You just gotta cross it off your bucket list.
We're gonna sample this.
You come down to like Louisiana, get some gumbo, some etouffee, and Cajun bar, and just people watch, and you'll have a blast.
Good shit.
So we're gonna hold on. We're gonna listen to a part of this song. All right, so you can hear. You can't hear it, Stitch. I know. We gotta fix that shit, but this is what it sounds like. And this is the guy. So, yeah.
And this was fucking fun as fuck.
Yeah, they were fucking. Jamie Bergeron was fucking awesome.
But let me say this really quickly. I thought I was going to get lynched, so I rolled in there and I was like, "Holy shit!"
But they were cool as fuck.
They were cool as fuck. But my initial reaction was, everybody's looking at us like, "What the fuck are these black folks doing up in here?" Initially, that's what I thought in my mind. But I was so fucking wrong. Everybody was cool as fuck in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Was it number the white people?
So you
Pretty
just
much.
started doing the Genuine video.
There were some black people there.
Yes.
And then for everyone that's never seen Prodigy and Kronos, they're not fucking skinny motherfuckers. They're big in size. So it's not like people are just gonna walk up to them and fuck them like, "What are you doing with this white chick?" or whatever. So it's like we sort of have like a nice little herd community, strength in numbers. So like if some shit popped off, at least one or two of the crazy people that might have came to us would have got fucked up.
Yeah, but it was funny. It was hilarious though, and the music was awesome.
That song definitely sounds funny.
It was a great time, and the best thing about going down south is everything's cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's all about the drive-through daiquiris.
Yeah,
that shit was great.
That was good shit.
They have like gallon size, right?
Yeah,
gallon size
for cheap still.
Yeah.
And here's my thing: go to new places, travel, and try new shit. Like even if you're in a place where they're playing some music you never fucking heard of in your goddamn life, go in there. Go with friends. Try to have a good time because you never know what the fuck you're gonna miss. Like Zydeco music playing, Pop That Fucking Coochie, and it was dope as shit.
Yeah, it was dope. I would say that about
always expand your horizons. Like check out new shit. Don't be closed minded. Just open your mind.
Yeah, if you're here in the States, go visit other states first, and then once you've seen some other states, go to ones that you probably think go to fucking Montana.
Yep.
Seriously. Check it out. I want to go there. I haven't been there, but I know it looks fucking beautiful, so I'm gonna go. Yep. But after you visit some states in the States, go abroad and go to some shitty fucking countries, like maybe not third world if you're not brave, but go to some countries that are kind of iffy, and see what it's like. You know, obviously don't get yourself into some fucking danger, but be a little uncomfortable, and you'll be surprised on the people that you'll meet and the fun that you'll have. I mean, I've been pretty much around the world, and I've had a lot of fun in some shitty places. I had fun in Djibouti, Africa, and that place is fucking shitty. Yep. All right? People were high as fuck at, like, the whole country shuts down at 11 in the morning, or at least it did when I was there the first time. I've been there twice, and the whole country shuts down at 11 in the morning so they can do this shit called khat. And it looks like chewing tobacco leaves, but when you chew it, you get high as fuck. Yep. So everybody just zones the fuck out at, like, stores would shut down. And they would chew cot, get fucking high, and then open up again at about 1, or when they stop being high. So, this shit was crazy.
So in theory, is right now probably a good time to go to Greece?
Well, yeah, it's cheap as fuck. I mean, right? Because they're crashing, right? So they would, especially Greece, they would welcome you with open arms because their economy is falling, and tourism would help them.
Yeah.
So, and it's not like you're going to go there and you're not going to go broke because, I mean, shit's cheap there.
Right.
It'd be fine.
Right. I've always heard Greece was like an amazing, beautiful country. Like water's blue and the beaches are amazing and everything. And obviously, with everything that's going on, fucked up economically over there, I saw like an article like online saying like now is the best time to go there like ever.
But
Yeah,
they
like-
still love to party though.
Oh, yeah. Go have some, what was that? Ozo?
Uzu. It's basically black licorice vodka.
Yeah, if you like black licorice, you're good. But if
Yeah.
not, then...
Yeah, it tastes like ass to be,
Yeah.
and I don't
It's
know
like,
what ass
like
tastes
some
like.
Sambuca.
no.
I think
Black
you kind of
licorice.
said that like you do.
Good shit. Ooh, you know what I forgot to mention on TV shows? Because I got my goddamn notes here. Orphan Black. Has anybody watched that shit?
I heard it was pretty good.
That shit.
I finished this season. Is anyone else finished it or no?
I've only seen the pilot, but I like that brunette girl. She shows her panties and fucks her way out of situations. I like that.
Ruby Rose?
Yeah. No, wait, whoa. You're talking about that show on Netflix with the prison girls, right? I'm talking about Orphan Black.
Not
You said-
Orange
yeah,
is
not
the
Orange is
New
the New
Black.
Black.
Not Orange is
Orphan
the New
Orphan
Black.
Black.
Orphan Black. What the fuck?
Can you hear us? Bueller?
Bueller, yeah.
Stitch?
All right, well, yeah, I was mentioning Orphan Black, but if you're watching Orange is the New Black, I'm not up on season 3, but I heard it was good, and they got some girl on there that turns you gay because she looks like a dude. I don't understand the whole thing. Who's watching this show?
That sounds fucking scary.
Yeah, I mean, but the internet is saying there's like this girl that looks like a guy who does girls like they're guys because they're girls, like that Blur song. I don't know. Well, Stitch, you were mentioning it. What's the girl's name?
Wait a minute. We're talking about Orphan or Orange?
Orphan Black.
Well, now we're going to Orange
I haven't watched Orphan yet. Okay.
because she's on
Now we're-
Orange.
Wait,
though.
now
What?
we went back
What
to
the-
Orange.
Hold on, what did you
What
just
the
do
hell
here?
are you doing?
I switched gears.
You switched the wrong gear.
Well, I was talking about what he was talking about from the girl on Orange is the New Black
Okay.
on season 3.
Can turn people gay.
Pull up the girl.
I watched
who
the show.
Okay, so
Season
who's the
3?
one that he's talking about?
In season 3.
In season 3. Go ahead.
I'm
Stitch.
talking about Ruby Rose.
Ruby
Rose is in season 3 of Orange is the New Black.
Okay.
And I don't want to say too much about what goes on because I don't know if you guys have seen, because I know you guys watch it, but I don't know if you guys have seen the entire season.
She's an androgynous looking girl, right?
Okay, so I haven't finished the whole season 3.
She's pretty. She's not a predator.
She's
If that's
attractive.
kind of what you're implying, she's not turning people out. She attracts the eye of Chapman, which isn't fucking hard. So,
Okay, so
I wouldn't go all there with it.
If I had to describe
So you
her,
fucking
I'd
just
say
hold it-
she looks like Justin Bieber.
Okay.
yeah, but you said she
Yeah.
turns girls gay, maybe because
Okay.
that's obviously a woman.
So here's my thing. These aren't my words, even though I'm repeating them. Supposedly, the internet is all saying this kind of bullshit.
The internet's fucking stupid.
Well, of course.
Like she looks like a woman, so I don't
Like a
understand.
Justin Bieber woman?
Well, maybe she
Yeah, I
has
mean,
like
she's pretty odd.
No.
She's sexy.
She
She's
has-
sexy.
Yeah.
She has tits.
But how would that turn you gay?
Maybe I need
No,
to see that.
she's sexy. She's got short hair, and I mean, she ends up whatever
Is it 'cause
messing
she-
around with Chapman.
Is she 'cause
but
she's so fine
Not
she'll
she's
make
not
you
going
gay or
around
something?
just preying on straight girls to turn them gay. Like, no, not at all.
So maybe I'm all fucked up, but I thought that there were certain shots of her where she looks like a little teenage boy, and that was the
No.
fucking weird shit.
Well, I can see. Well,
No,
she has
not-
short hair,
no.
but yeah. God damn, I feel old as fuck. She was born in 1986. She's 29.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Old
God
as
damn.
fuck.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Why do I feel so old right now?
Yeah, well, you listen to those throwback
I
stations.
feel deflated. I'm deflated now. I need some Bengay.
But holy shit. So obviously we're recording this on a Tuesday. San Diego Comic-Con is tomorrow.
So you need to periscope some shit. All right, if you
Okay.
can.
I'll down there's a dog barking. Was that Magneto? in the
Yeah, no
background?
shit.
Yeah, who let the dogs out?
Angry ass dogs.
Yeah. But I will
Sorry,
I will
that's
do some
me, my bad.
That's all
That's
good.
all right.
I'll do some periscoping along with Old Ninja.
If you can, periscope some good cosplayers,
Ooh, okay.
and then try when you
And-
do periscope. We're gonna talk about business on this fucking show.
Yeah.
That's how I roll. Anyway, so if you periscope with them, try to like interface with their audience. Like basically, if you Periscope with them, give them a shout out as you're Periscoping.
Okay.
Like hashtag their shit. That
Yeah.
way you can cross audiences and shit.
Not a
like
problem.
that.
We'll put it out on Twitter and Facebook.
Also, what you also want to do is in Periscope in the settings, go in there and have it so it saves the video to your phone. Therefore, like later on, you can upload it somewhere else.
That's fine.
So
I
we
will
can probably
do that
post that up
shit.
on our page or on Art of
So if you
Con.
can get IBD
Make
Kitty.
sure you shout out your Instagram Art of the Con name.
Yeah.
Definitely will. So we'll be taking we'll be doing a whole bunch of live tweets, periscoping, taking cosplay photos, panels, all that good shit. We're gonna try to make you motherfuckers feel like you're goddamn there, even though you ain't. And if I see Ivy Doom Kitty sexy ass, I'm taking pics.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that leads me to another thing that I will probably do because I'm a big beer drinker during SF Beer Week. Hopefully before that, if there's decent beer festivals near me that I'm going to go to, I'll give a shout out and I'll start periscoping. And if you meet up with me, I might buy you a beer.
And he's talking about San Francisco, not San Fernando Valley.
Yeah, no, that'd be
Pornos.
awful. That's not. It's not a meth fest. All right.
No.
I'm sorry if you're from that area. You probably don't do meth, or maybe you do. I don't give a fuck. It's
But
your
you're
own business.
definitely in the goddamn porn industry. That's all they have.
Yeah, shit. But either way, there will be some interactivity when I go to Beer Fest from now on. So,
Yeah, hopefully I can get that week off too, and we can all go out there.
Yeah, definitely. Because every year, if y'all didn't know, I take the whole week off for SF Beer Week to go get drunk.
Yeah.
And I take Bart out there, take some cabs and shit, and get fucked up and come back home. So
Bart is our subway, by the way, for
Basically
those of you
subway.
listening in like Dubai and shit and talk about who the fuck is Bart and why are you riding him?
Yeah. No shit.
Bart Simpson?
Talking about Simpson? Yeah.
When is SF Beer Week?
It is usually the second week of February, so it's obviously a long time away. But if I see a decent beer fest that's near us more recently, then I'll do the same thing. So
It's shit, because beer is fucking important.
yeah.
All right, we've been going for a while now. I think we need to do our. You got
one
some
thing I
other
want to
points?
bring up. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I want to bring up some
Rant?
shit about transgender people because I know we brought it up before,
Okay.
and there's a couple of things I wanted to clarify so people didn't think I'm some kind of asshole. So one of the things is I don't really give a fuck what's going on in between your legs. Like I've seen all these interviews where people are asking them, so what's going on down there? Blah blah blah. Kronos don't give a fuck. All right. And the weird thing is that so if I know somebody that was transgender, it'd be different. But the fact that they're saying that if you don't know somebody, or if you like, I'll bring up Caitlyn Jenner again because we all knew her as a him for like 65 fucking years, and then all of a sudden transition happened, and all of a sudden it's supposed to be a woman, which is fine, but you have to give concessions if you make mistakes because it took them 65 years to figure out they were a woman, right? So you can give us a couple of, I don't know, weeks, maybe months to figure out what they want to be called now. But if it's a person that I don't know that walks up to me and I have no idea who the fuck they are, and they say that, hey, I'm, whatever name they are, and they're a woman, then that's how I will address them, and that's the way it should be, right? Unless I want to fuck somebody, which is highly unlikely because I'm in a very good relationship. I don't really give a fuck what's going on between your legs or what sexuality you are, who you're attracted to. None of that shit fucking matters to me. All right, what matters to me is if you're a fucking good person. And if you're not, I don't want to fucking know you. If you are, then we can be friends. But all that shit about who you think you are or whatever, none of that shit matters to me. So I just want to put that out there because in case people thought I'm some fucking transphobe or some shit, none of that shit matters to me.
Yeah.
Hatred is never okay.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
I can't hate something that I don't know. And most people, I don't know those people. So
I don't know any transgender people whatsoever. I would love to have an interview with somebody actually on this podcast.
I know a few transgender people.
Well, we'll have to talk about bringing somebody on because
that'd be very interesting. I would love to hear that.
Yeah,
there are plenty of misconceptions, and I will admit my own fucking ignorance on shit because, again, I always go back to the whole chromosomes thing, which decides your sex, not your gender, but your sex does not change.
Well, your gender. Well, that's the weird thing, right?
This is why I want clarification because biologically, you're either born with an XY or an XX chromosome, and that's the fucking way it is forever.
Well, that's the thing is that it doesn't really matter to somebody that you really don't know. It only matters if you really know them.
Exactly.
I mean, if somebody introduces themselves as a woman, then I'll be okay. I'll call you a woman. I don't really give a fuck, right? That doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, no, I completely get that. All I'm saying is, at its core, your sex has not changed. There's no such thing as a sex change.
Yes,
there's
is.
a gender.
Well, okay, sorry. If you're
It's
talking about XY
reassignment.
chromosome, you're right.
There's
It's gender reassignment.
the reason why they call it gender reassignment is because the thinking is that there's a difference between sex and gender. At least so I'm told. And your sex does not change.
Well, yeah, because even if you're a man that becomes a woman, there is no other way around.
Yeah.
To this point in fucking medical science, but if you're a man that becomes a woman and you died and your bones got dug up 50 years from now, they would think you're a man.
Right.
Of course,
and there's nothing to prove them wrong.
Of course,
so,
of course, yeah. So,
but that's kind of beside the point. Like, we want to give people the respect that they want and that they deserve.
If you want to be called something, that is what it is.
Yeah, but you have to also understand that if somebody doesn't know you, or if they knew you as a different person before, you have to give them some time to adjust to who you are now. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? I don't think, because especially if it took you so long to be a different person, it should take equal amount of, well, maybe not equal amount of time, but it should take some time for somebody to address you as such.
Have you ever known an adult who's changed their name? I'm not talking about someone getting married and changing their last name, but an adult who changed, like, Meta World Peace from Ron Artest, that kind of bullshit. It takes a while.
You mean like Prodigy? Or Blue? Or Cake Man?
Well, I mean, in our business lives, we're not using these same names.
Just call me Delicious.
You mean changing your government name?
Changing your government name, it takes a while if you know an adult to say, oh, now your name is such and such.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Name is Tobe.
Like the person I know who's transgender, like, I still mess up and call him by the name I knew him by.
And do they get mad?
No, they don't get mad. I mean, they understand, but it's like it's been like years since they changed their gender, and I still fuck up and say the wrong name because that's the way I knew him.
Yeah, they can't take it personal. Like when somebody calls me by the wrong name because I have a fucking weird first name, and people fuck it up all the time, and I it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
Why are you stabbing people then in the fucking kidneys every time it happens?
Because they deserve it, and they eat fucking kidneys. All right?
you really have to give people time to adjust. And it's like I was listening to the Kind of Funny Games podcast or whatever, and he said, like, Greg Miller was talking about how he used to say, like, oh, that's gay, and everything, and like he didn't think anything about it till like he actually got around people that were like, hey, it's kind of fucked up, like, can you not say that? And I used to say that all the time, like through high school, and be like, oh yeah, stop being fucking gay or whatever. And like before I actually became friends with like people who were like lesbian, gay, and I realized, you know what, maybe I shouldn't say that. That's when it kind of like clicked in my head. But even like when I was friends with them, I would still like it. You got to give like a learning curve so people can like understand. It's not you're doing it on purpose. You can't jump down someone's throat who's trying to be acceptive of what you're trying to do and what you are. They're not doing it by like offensively. They're not saying like something like calling them the F word or anything like that, but just saying like something like casual, like gay. You got to give them a little bit of like leeway to erase that from their vocabulary as using it as in that terminology.
Yeah, intent goes a long way, and that brings up another kind of weird thing is that I know actually a lot of folks that are gay, and there's two people that I know in particular that when they go to the bathroom, they're both females, that they get looked at or sometimes kicked out of bathrooms because they look too masculine.
Oh yeah,
both of the people that I'm talking about don't look like men to me at all. I can totally tell they're women, and I don't.
Exactly.
You have to be fucking blind if they're not, or if you think they're not. But the point that I was trying to bring up is that there's like a couple of bills that we're trying to pass saying that if you were a man, use the man's bathroom, or it had to do if you had a penis or not. Basically, use the man's bathroom. If you had a vagina, use the other bathroom. But I don't really get the point of that because when I'm in the bathroom, I don't give a fuck who's got a dick or not. Like, I just want to use the bathroom and get the fuck out. All right? Like, I don't care. And this is another thing. Like, if you have kids, especially if you have like a kid that's a different gender as you. So I have a daughter, and when she was younger, I'd have to take her to a guy's bathroom.
Yep.
And it's not like she's in there to look at dicks. She's in there to use the bathroom and leave. And so when people say that they don't want people that identify as a different gender or however you say it to go in that bathroom, it's like, what is the point of what you're saying? They're in there to use the bathroom. They're not in there to leer at little kids or look at other. It's not like that.
They're not Jared from Subway. That
motherfucker. Yeah, And I think that I find that whole thing incredibly, like, I had to really think about it, but I find it now incredibly, I hate to say it, but offensive for people to say that people that go to the bathroom that are different, that have different parts or whatever, are somehow predators when they're just trying to use the fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
Can I be real, though? I think, as a man, we don't really give a fuck.
No.
I think more women give a fuck when it's a very masculine woman going into a woman's bathroom than men giving a fuck. I don't know.
Why would they care? They're stalls.
I think it's just because...
I don't know why they
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that we'd have to get into.
It really depends on the woman, too, because I see women using the men's bathroom because they don't want to wait in line.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what does happen
Amen.
all the time.
So
And actually...
it really doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
So I knew that a friend of mine who I just went to go see in San Diego, he said that there was a couple of times where he's gone to a men's bathroom with his daughter, and it's been so gross that he had to knock on the women's bathroom and be like, hey, I got my daughter with me, the men's bathroom, which is too fucking gross, because if you're a dude and you go to some bathrooms, it's almost like the seventh layer of hell. Yeah. It's like, did you even try to
It's
aim?
all on the floor.
Yeah. And so he's knocked on the door, said, hey, I got my daughter with me. She has to use the bathroom. And he'll stand there. And usually they say, okay. Well, he said every time they said, it's okay, come in.
Yep.
And he'll stand there, not look at anybody.
Yep.
And then have her do a business. And then they'll leave. And it's never been a problem.
That's good.
I don't understand why the same concessions can't be made for people, for other people. I don't get it.
Well,
For anyone, just the bathroom, you're there to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's a
unless you're a
stall.
Republican guy and you're looking for a dick.
But
Well, they can
secret
just
knock.
do what they used to do and just go to the fucking YMCA
There you
and pick up on somebody there.
Can I just say this, though? I agree with everything you guys are saying. However, fuck unisex large bathrooms. I'm not down for that shit. If it's they're looking at me weird. Kronos and Cake Man, it doesn't fucking matter. If it's a large,
I'm giving you a side eye too.
I'm not talking
the
about
family bathroom.
No, I'm talking about where it's a multiple,
Like how they have in like clubs in Vegas.
yeah, clubs or not single stall where a lot of people go in and it's both.
I know what he's going to say.
Both sexes in there. Here's what I fucking do, America. What I like to do, and I've only gone into one in San Francisco. I piss everywhere in protest, all over the seat, the sink, the floor, everywhere. Because fuck that shit. I don't want to fucking piss with everybody in the whole fucking hallway or whatever the fuck.
So, Prodigy, you're a hater.
I am a hater. Fuck that.
I will tell you what your
A
problem is.
disclaimer: Prodigy's
Why does that
views
matter?
and opinions
Yeah.
do not represent those of the entire group.
Yeah,
of
I'm
Black
talking
Men
about
Black
me.
Times
I don't like
Infinity.
it.
I think I can sum up what your problem is that you don't want to know that duty comes out of girls. And that bothers you deeply.
It does. It does. Even though I do have a daughter and I get all that, but here's the thing: I don't see a problem with. We all grew up with male and female bathrooms, and apart from the having a kid and going into the opposite gender bathroom at times, which is perfectly fine. I'm all good with. You don't need to have all bathrooms be unisex for large groups. Not talking about the ones where you can go in and lock the door. I'm talking about where everybody's in there. That's weird to me.
What's your
I'm not used to
what's
it.
your
Fuck
major
it.
quarrel with it? Though?
I don't want
Wait,
it. I don't want that
Are
shit.
there stalls in this
I don't want it
bathroom?
is not an excuse.
Yeah.
What is your actual
No,
problem?
yeah, it's
I
not
have-
like
I have a
intelligently
deep-seated
give me like a
preference.
college.
That's what those
type
women
essay
said with
on, like,
Cosby.
why you do not like it?
First of all, there's no urinals, and I love urinals.
Yeah, that's awful. Yeah.
So fuck that shit.
Yeah,
I
so
have to use
ladies-
a stall to piss. Fuck
Yeah.
that shit, and fuck you for thinking that I have to use that.
Actually, sometimes I prefer to use. So this is for all you ladies listening out there. There is an unspoken rule of men. All right?
Etiquettes of
If
the
you
bathroom.
have three, so imagine this in your mind. If there are 3 urinals, and you're on the one on the left, and there's 2 left on your right. If a guy goes to the middle one, he's a motherfucker.
Fuck
Beat
that
his
dude.
ass.
Yeah,
Fuck 'em.
you
Beat
just-
his ass.
yeah, you
Piss
just
on
skip
him.
one.
It's funny on BuzzFeed they had a thing where the girls use they had those things where they can pee standing upright,
Yeah.
and so they were peeing in like kind of like urinals, and they
Yeah.
were like, "Oh man, I bet you guys talk when they're peeing." And
No.
blah, blah, blah. I was like, "Oh hell no, we don't."
No.
You pee and look for because then my fiance had asked me like, hey, do you guys talk in the bathroom? I'm like, no, there's
Fuck
fucking
no.
there's an etiquette in the man's bathroom. When you go to the urinal, you look for it or you look down and you piss. That's it.
Yeah, if I'm in the bathroom taking a piss in a urinal, and somebody talks to me, I might piss on my hand and slap you.
Yep. Yep.
So
You don't even talk while you're shitting in stalls.
No.
You know what I
No.
mean?
Yeah. No.
Men don't talk in the bathroom, and There's nothing goddamn wrong with that. That doesn't need to fucking change. Let me just be perfectly clear. I still like urinals. I still like using them. I wish they were installed in people's homes more often.
Yeah,
I don't like the troughs. The
troughs are awful.
man.
I feel like an animal.
Troughs are a little hardcore. I mean, it's okay at a ball game, but that's the only time.
I don't want to smell somebody else's piss.
Yeah. But it's funny as fuck when somebody washes their hands in that thing.
That's drunk as fuck. Or high as fuck.
So just to make sure I understand,
He's like, there's ice in
Prodigy's
there.
whole thing
Strips
is
it up.
like Mino like multi-sex bathroom. That's all you can say is like the Hulk. Mino like.
Me likey urinals, and I don't want to piss all the time with everybody.
Just pretend the sink is a urinal.
Yeah.
So can I one up your problem?
Go ahead.
So if y'all didn't know, Cronus was in the Marine Corps. All right. So when I went to boot camp, and actually even after boot camp, this shit came up. But in boot camp
Pacifically,
Specifically-
because we're on the West Coast. Pacific.
specifically, when you're in boot camp, there are no doors on any of the fucking stalls.
Oh, like back in elementary school.
You do not give a single fuck. So let me break this down for you. There's times you have to pee so bad. We have like maybe fucking 30 seconds, probably less than that, to get a whole fucking platoon through the bathroom, right?
Yep.
And so there's like 3 guys in one stall. You might as well be playing fucking swords, all right? 'Cause you're all peeing.
Playing Ghostbusters.
Yeah, you just gotta
Go
fucking
across the
go
beam.
Yeah, they just fucking shock you into doing this, right? Because I just fucking gotta go. I just gotta pee, and you don't give a fuck. And when you gotta take a shit, same thing. It's like there's a guy across from you. You don't make eye contact, obviously, but you just gotta do your business and fucking just deal with it. And there's been times where I've been in the field where there's been like shitters, but no doors or not even fucking walls. So you're just like doing your business with the guy
hole in
next
the
to
wall.
you.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
I was not fine. Well, I had to be fine with that, but I was just like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah. I just don't want the added thing of both
Females?
men and women being forced to.
So what
be
is
together.
you haven't broken down the problem with that though?
I like urinals. It's odd to me that it's all together in one bathroom. It's not what I'm used to.
So
I'm
if
not
they
comfortable
put
with it.
urinals
So,
in there, would
you're
because you're not
xenophobe?
comfortable.
I'm totally not comfortable
You're a
with it.
xenophobe.
Yes.
Okay.
All
All right.
I'll take whatever label it is you got to give me,
I hate
but
labels,
don't
yeah.
do that fucking shit. I prefer. Here's the thing: when we all grew up with the male and female bathrooms, was there really a whole bunch of series of problems? No, not at all. This is like fixing something that ain't broke for the most part, and that's what I have an issue with as a whole. But here's the thing. You let us know what y'all think. I want to hear some feedback on Twitter or Facebook or whatever the fuck. This is just Prodigy talking bullshit.
talking crazy.
And just to throw it out there, if you guys want to check out a YouTube video, look up men's bathrooms, unwritten rules of men's bathroom, and it has all the men's bathroom etiquettes, and it's pretty fucking funny.
Holy shit. All right. Are we have gone long as fuck
Yeah.
for your ass. Because we are, yeah. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Stitch, what are you watching, playing, or enjoying this week?
I'm playing Elder Scrolls, obviously with you and everything.
Oh, you're playing with him? That's cute.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, well, now that I understand his phobia with bathrooms, I might have to back off a little bit. So, just playing Elder Scrolls for the most part. I've been reading East of West. I need to pick up Volume 2 and Volume 3, and I went back into like some Deadpool and everything. I used to read a lot of Deadpool just to see like what the big super fascination with Deadpool is, and I can see it. And I was enjoying the storyline, so I'm trying to get caught up on some stuff with that. And then obviously this week I'll get on some Black Panther and everything. And we do need to discuss Orange is the New Black and also True Detective. I watched the last 3 episodes of True Detective. I watched them like 2 nights ago in a concession, and I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts on the new season of True Detective, and hopefully next week we'll talk about season 1 about True Detective, so we can kind of get feelings on that.
Good shit. Let's go over here to Blue.
So I'm gonna play Arkham Knight again because when you play it, once you pass it, you play it again. The storyline supposedly changed, and so far, like the intro is totally different,
Good shit.
and it's fucking great. Is what it is.
Good shit.
But other than that, so I didn't mention on a podcast, but somebody stole my motorcycle, which fucking sucks.
bullshit.
I just replaced the tires on my bike. Chronos helped me do that, and somebody stole my shit. First time I ever had I had people steal my bike in the past, but like bicycles. But yeah, I came home from work and my shit was gone.
What's even worse is that it's from your apartment complex.
Yeah, and it's like I park on the 5th floor of the parking garage.
Hello, it's called the 5th floor.
I parked on the 5th. But yeah.
F5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. But yeah, somebody stole my bike, and then like later on that week, I went to. I know we're running kind of long, but
It's all good.
yeah, I went to. So I was on unemployment, and the government, what they do now is they take your money and they put into an account, which you have to take out from a Bank of America, and then you get like a little debit card.
The
So,
fuck?
Yeah, I'm not. Hopefully, I don't show this on the camera.
That's fucking
but-
weird.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb. So you don't get a check in the mail anymore. You still get that stub that shows like where you put in your hours, or whatever. But they give you an account and they put the money in there.
It's like a Visa card.
Yeah, and they give you like a Visa. Like it's almost like an EBT, like a new EBT card. But if you look at it, I'm gonna make sure it doesn't show up on the camera. It just has my first name, like the letter of my first name, and then both my last names.
Yep.
So when I went to Bank of America to take out money, they asked to see my ID. Well, I'm a junior, and the lady saw my ID. She thought, we can't give you money. I'm like, why the fuck not? She's like, because you're a junior and there's no junior on the card. I'm like, but fucking my last name's on there and it matched. Like, what the fuck? Like, why can't you give me my fucking money? She's like, well, we can't give you the money because we can't verify this is you or not. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's all, well, it could be your dad. I'm like, my fucking dad lives in L.A. and he's been retired for like the last 5 years. Like, why the fuck would he be getting money? But she was like, no, we can't give you money. I was like, this motherfucking bitch. I'm usually a pretty calm guy, but this bitch was pushing all kind of. But you don't get
So
between me
tell
and my
us how
money.
you went to jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they had so there's like rules. If you go into a place is ghetto when you go into the banks and they have bulletproof glass. So the area I live in isn't that great if that's the case. But yeah, they have bulletproof glass. But like, I went out to the ATM and I was able to take out cash because I fucking remember my PIN. And I went back in there and I flashed the money to the woman. I was like, look, I got cash, bitch. And like, totally locked out. But part of me really wanted to be like I was so mad. Like, I really wanted to threaten this lady and tell her, hey, you better watch your back when you leave.
Oh.
Like, I was really that far.
That got dark quick.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But part of me felt like she was being racist
That was
because
bad.
she was an Indian lady, and like, I don't know, I just felt like she was being racist just because like all my information was there. I even showed her like my other credit cards that show my name without the juniors. Like, hey, I have all these other cards. She's like, well, they're not government issue. We can't verify that that's that, and you don't have a bank of account with Bank of America.
You
So
said,
blah blah
bitch,
blah.
you're not government issued.
Ooh.
Bank of America.
Let me see your W-2.
No, I didn't say that because she was Indian. I said that because she worked at Bank of America and not a government entity. Sorry,
Yeah, clarify that
disclaimer,
shit.
goddammit, because I have really good Indian friends. So
Your legs must be tired from that backpedaling.
Yeah, that was a fucking corner I was in. I was like, God damn, the tiger's coming.
So yeah, that's the bullshit I've been going. The thing with my apartment complex is that they were installing new cameras during the time that this all went down. So
The reason why they were
cameras.
installing those cameras is because a couple, like maybe last month, it was
Yeah,
like
about a month or two
50
ago.
cars got broken into.
Holy shit.
50.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And it kind of it's kind of on my bad because I have a lock for my bike. But I was gonna ride my bike to work that day, but I decided to take the shuttle because the company I work for now has a shuttle that picks you up and take you to work.
Wait.
How
hold
dare
on.
you? You always take a motorcycle over a shuttle.
Yeah, but hold on.
But have internet.
But hold
to
on,
work.
wait. No, it is not on you completely.
I mean, yeah.
Fuck this asshole that stole your goddamn bike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes, you could lock it up, but you shouldn't always have to. This motherfucker's a goddamn thief. Fuck this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I find you, I will strangle you and mock you.
There you go.
Yeah, so I've been like sometimes when I'm like walking my dog, I'll hear like a motorcycle go by, and like I had my bike for like good maybe 5 or 6 years, so I know the way the exhaust sound. I'm like, that's my fucking bike.
Aw, mocking
So yeah,
They trolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you. All right, Cake Man.
I had insurance though.
I'm back on that Arkham Knight. Obviously, I got to catch up on some comic book reading, too.
Yep.
And I'm waiting for some good suggestions on anime. So
Oh
Oh.
man,
Well,
give them to me.
well, that'll be. You want to do it now or?
shoot them
So
off.
what's the last anime you watched?
He's thinking.
Damn.
Was
God
it
damn.
Soul Eater? Was it?
There's
was it
steam coming out of his ears.
Yeah. Was it?
Was it Heaven's Lost Property?
No, I just can't remember it was something on Netflix. I can't remember the name.
Was it
Well,
Freezing?
not Sidonia was on there, but
No, I did watch Freezing, but
Ooh.
it,
Okay.
that wasn't the last one I watched.
Describe the anime to us.
It wasn't Jiggly, though.
Oh, no titties. Okay.
No, it was violent, but it was
have you watched Death Note?
No, I haven't
Watch that one.
No.
So
that
that's-
one's on Netflix right now too.
Yeah, that's your homework.
Yeah.
You'll watch Death Note.
Or
It's one of
Sword
the-
Art Online too.
I
Yeah.
did watch. I did watch Sword Art.
Oh, okay,
Online.
that's great.
You watched the second one too?
No.
Oh, you watched the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
two. There was a season 2.
They call it 2, but it's not
Or-
really fucking 2.
It's like 4, right? Because there was like season 1.
I don't know why they call it. Well, I think this goes 2 because it was a Gun Grave or Gun Gale online, but
Yeah.
it was still the same people. Whatever. It's a fucking great anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right. So you're anxious to watch more anime and open to recommendations is what I'm hearing.
Correct.
Good shit.
Do you have Crunchyroll?
Yes.
okay,
Oh, man.
then you really got to know it's huge.
Yeah, you got all kind of fucking anime.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Going back to it, Triage X is the fucking shit.
Yeah, the anime is fucking awesome.
I mean,
So jiggly.
Kronos actually underplayed it.
That's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's good as fuck. It's just all action and titties and panty shots.
Yeah, I think if you
which
go
I
to
love.
if you look in the popular queue, I think it's in there.
Yeah, it pops up.
Okay.
Good shit. Did we get Kronos in terms of what you're doing this week? Playing, watching, doing, fucking with.
So I have to pick up my comic books that I missed from last week. Hence, no Instagram photo of what I got this week.
Oh, it's all right.
So I'm looking forward to. I think Saga comes out
Yes.
this week.
Yes.
There's no new East of West, so I'm kind of bummed. But there's a hardcover
Yeah.
of all 5 volumes, and I'll pick up my normal shit. Other than that, Jiu-Jitsu and I got to catch up on Batman.
Good shit.
So
did you ever see? Everybody saw Batman versus Robin though.
yes,
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and then there's the new. What was the new one? The God something.
Gods and Monsters.
There we go.
Ooh,
Comes
yeah.
out on the 28th, I believe, of July.
Damn, those,
Oh, okay. So
So
it's
I'm looking
coming out
forward
later.
to.
those fucking trailers have
Yeah.
been awesome.
Batman's a fucking vampire. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Ooh.
You know who he is though, right? The guy who
Are you spoiling shit?
Is it the dad?
no.
No, I have no idea.
All right, don't
It's-
spoil shit.
It's not a spoiler. If you saw the 5-minute trailer they had, it's kind of obvious who it is
Oh, okay. Who is it?
because they even say their name.
All right, who is it?
So it's the guy who turns himself into Man-Bat.
Oh, I forget
He's
his name.
he's Batman,
Nice.
Interesting.
Good shit.
but instead of turning himself into a bat, he turns himself into a vampire.
Good shit.
Blah.
A vampire bat.
And then Superman is Zod's son,
Oh fuck. Okay.
which is fucking dope as fuck. Because he doesn't give a fuck. Because in the quick trailer they showed like there's people on the bus saying, "Hey, save me!" He just walked right on by him.
Wow. Fuck. All
That's
right.
great. No empathy. It's
Good
great.
shit. I'll give a shout out. I got back into Saga, and for whatever reason, there was a lull for me in book 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
But trade paperback number 5 with her on the cover in the green and yellow spandex one, where she's an actress.
Yeah.
That was a great trade paperback. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
So I think I'm almost current, with the exception of the new one that's coming out.
Yeah.
And
Tomorrow. Yeah.
it's great. I mean, there's titties in it. There's aliens. It's an exciting one that we said it way back on the first podcast, but it reminds me of the best parts of Firefly and Star Wars and some of those great classic sci-fi adventure fucking stories. So shout out to Saga on Image Comics doing big shit.
Yeah. Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples.
Good
Shout
shit.
out. Their comic book is great.
And then the rest of this week for me is all San Diego Comic-Con
Yeah.
parties and cosplay and titties. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go for broke down there. And here's my thing: if you tweet us or see us on Periscope, say what's up. You know what I mean? We love interaction with people, and we definitely respond back for sure. So last thing I will say,
The Cake Man, did you say what you're doing?
Kickman got
did.
some
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
in, yeah. So again, we are definitely on that Twitter, definitely on that Facebook, B then BTI or Black and Black times Infinity, all the way around. Do we have outro music up in this motherfucker?
Yes, we do. You keep talking, and I'll just queue up.
All right, so we gonna cue out. Fuck unisex bathrooms. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, he
Some
folded.
good shit. Yeah.
Yeah, old school.
So we're gonna go out right about